kill that thing, but then we didn't have the tools, so we're waiting to get tools.
Tools.
Our tools.
I'll give inspiration to the person that can like describe it the best.
So we
Not
tried.
you, because you already have an inspiration.
Suck up.
Ouch.
Teacher's
Yes.
pet.
Teacher's pet Levi.
Teacher's pet. Man, I bet when the teacher asks for answers, you're the first one to raise your hand, aren't you?
No.
Me. Yes, honey.
All the teachers know you by first and last name.
No, I was kind of an asshole to my teachers for like a couple years. They kind of hated me.
Man, all my teachers loved me.
Teacher's pet.
They didn't even know you existed.
Wow.
why they loved him.
He was asleep with me in the
They-
back.
They didn't know who he was. They're like, "Oh yeah, I love that guy." I was like, "I have no clue who they're talking about."
All right, so last week I was captured or Poro was captured because he's a smart guy. It was all intentional, and
A very well thought out and thorough plan that had no holes in it whatsoever.
well, there was one. We should have used a real kid.
Well, no, we could have just using you was fine.
It worked. It did work.
I still, you know what? Yeah, okay, fine.
I'm sorry that our bait got baited
Don't you hate it when your bait gets baited?
every day.
And I don't remember anything else because that was 2 weeks ago.
We hung out on an island for a while. Oh,
Well-
Gargle met a pirate friend.
Uh-huh. So you guys attempted to bait the water hag, but then you were brought a little bit too close for comfort, and were transported somewhere unknown. And then after escaping Poro, you wound up pretty much in the middle of the ocean. Meanwhile, your Gargle had an opportunity to reconnect with an old lost friend, someone that he had met originally when Gargle was quite young, but now that he's a little bit older, was able to rekindle that relationship. What was that person's name there, Dean?
Captain William Kerr.
Wow.
K-E-R-R. Nice job.
Oh, Struth, he's a cunt.
Hey, he's a nice guy.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
What the hell was that?
Mimicking
What was that?
I'm mimicking your accent.
That was terrible.
Yeah, leave the Australian accent to Sketch. I think probably best. Reconnect with him, and he had mentioned to you that he would be willing to take you to a portal that ends up on the other side, basically traversing through leaving the prime material plane and entering the elemental plane of water, which exists separate from the material plane, the physical world that you guys are on. He knew of an access to get to that space and potentially kill the water hag that he could take you to. If you recall, it was a whirlpool in the middle of the ocean that was kind of hard to get to, but if you knew where it was and you knew what it did, you could enter into the whirlpool and come out the other side in the elemental plane of water. During that time, before then, you guys were on an island, and you discovered that there was a physical portal to the elemental plane of water just off the coast, on a small island just off the coast of Port Callus. That the entrance to was there was a small, maybe basketball-sized, swirling portal of energy that when you contact it, if you're willing, you can transport through that and end up directly in the Water Hag's headquarters. And you guys all gathered that is probably how she transports herself from her headquarters in the elemental plane of water to prey on victims in the material plane of existence. Afterwards, you guys had approached the mayor and kind of updated her and let her know kind of the situation and what was going on. And she directed you towards a druid whose name was what, Dean? Note taker?
Here, I have it.
Nunalin.
Yeah,
Does Dean have it? I'm curious.
I do. I can't read my own handwriting. It's N
And
A
Nolan? Wait, I think I wrote it down.
Yeah, my handwriting is not good for this either.
Noonlun?
Sure.
Is Nounlun?
Yes.
Wow.
Is that right?
Yep.
Nunlun? Nunlun? Nunlun?
Nunlun? Nunlun?
I don't
He,
know. I can't remember how it's pronounced, but I wrote it down.
Yep, he was the local kind of forest druid in this area. Not affiliated with the Opal Assembly in any way, but he is just kind of the protectorate of the city and the forest surrounding the city, as well as just kind of his responsibilities are more just keeping the port itself safe, the water, making sure if there's any tumultuous storms or like shark infestations or something, that it's driven away from the city proper, so that it basically his job is to make it as welcoming of a port to outside sailors and merchants as possible, so that more people are attracted to the port, which brings in revenue. He's kind of like just setting up the city for success, basically, is all he's trying to do. So you were told by the mayor, who Gargo has a bit of a crush on, to go direct the business of finding some way to navigate underwater to him and see if he could provide you with any aid. And that is where we left off.
So he provided us with one potion of water breathing and a mask of water seeing.
Yes.
Who was that again?
Captain Kerr did.
Captain
Oh,
Kerr.
We haven't
Captain
met the
Curdy.
druid yet.
How do we get more?
He told you that he has more potions, but that he keeps them and will give them out to his crew in case they need to go diving, like if they need to go save someone, that went overboard, or if there's like a shipwreck off the coast. He uses the majority of those for his business, but he was willing to part with one of each for you.
Yep.
And then he also told you that he has some business to take care of in the Elven lands up north, but that he'll return in a few days' time, and that if you were still interested in tackling the elemental plane of water, that he could direct you there as well.
So he'd help us.
Yeah, for a discounted fee. Obviously, it wouldn't be for free. He can't stop his business just to go off and do something for y'all. But if you had enough coin to basically charter his ship, is in essence what it would be, then he said he'd be more than happy to take y'all out there. But that's not quite what we're doing right now. I think it sounds like you guys are going over to the druid's house and seeing what he has to say.
Yeah, where was the druid's house?
If you reference the map, he is in the residential district.
Where's
Okay.
that?
Bottom left.
It's on the map.
Oh, I see it. Had to scroll. We have
Okay.
like the city hag left too.
Do what?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
What'd you say, Ben?
I don't know.
We have the city hag to deal with as well.
I think so.
Oh, yeah,
Why
there's
now?
3.
While we're waiting, deal with the one in the city.
Oh, strength.
How do we find the one that's in the city?
Just everything.
Well, maybe we can ask around. See
believe
if
our
they've
friend-
seen her.
I
So
believe our friend Sheffer knows a bit about this.
I need a refresher on the hags too. Like, which one
Who
do we
has notes
kill?
on the hag? Oh, you would know that you killed the hag that was bothering people in the forest section. You've been told that there are 3 hags: one that haunts the forest, one that haunts the water, and one that haunts the city proper.
Okay.
Proper.
Proper city proper. That's right.
Like, what does that mean?
Just means the city.
Proper.
The opposite of wrecker.
It just means the city wrecker. What? Did we get any details about the city hag? I forget.
No.
We didn't. Eric, hey Gargle, can you ask your lady friend about the city hag?
Sure. You want to go ask Sheffer,
Sheffer.
the barkeep?
Oh, sure, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Sheffer.
You go ask him. I'll go ask my lady friend, which is weird because I was just at her house. But she wouldn't mind another visit.
Oh, I'm sure she won't. I need a refresher.
Or you wouldn't mind.
Or you wouldn't mind, huh?
I point at Wrecker and smile. Yeah.
Oh.
She did give me a ring.
Does it have her name on it?
No, it just says.
Does it have her picture in it?
Do you know what a ring is?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's also been so wait, you guys stayed over the evening, and then so like this is the following morning, right? So I'm trying to keep track of where
Yeah,
you guys have been.
we
So
haven't
you guys,
rested in a while.
yeah, you guys slept during the day, you woke up in the evening, and then you guys have kind of been bouncing back and forth from places. So it's probably pretty early morning. I'd say around like 8 or 9 a.m. Maybe even probably closer to 7 or 8 a.m.
So people are probably starting to lay down.
Well, let's just ask a random person.
Okay. I guess we just find some random person on the street.
Yeah, you absolutely can do that. Since the city has been bustling for a few hours now, normally you gather that people in this town are normally up and at 'em at the break of dawn, if not earlier. So it is definitely, the town has been up and moving. Sailors are gathering stuff together. You guys just came from William Kerr's, Captain Kerr's ship, which is called what, Dean?
The Eleanor.
The Eleanor, and they were busy loading supplies onto the ship. And you guys also noticed there were several other ships of various sizes with various crews that were also loading and stuff. So there are plenty of people out and about. The city's been active for a few hours now. So
Oh, can we look for a town crier? Is somebody screaming about the news?
yeah, roll me an investigation check.
What is this? The Dark Ages? No, they have bulletin boards nowadays, dude.
Queen Justina executes 3 noblemen for insubordination.
Oh God. I gotta get my dice. I was not prepared. Alright.
Oh, fail RP.
Fail.
Now, please just ignore me as I get up and go over towards my die bag for no particular reason. I definitely had it next to me. And you didn't remind me that I needed it, but I'm just gonna walk over there really quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Spencer.
Okay. I had it next to me the whole time. I just needed to adjust it. That was all.
Right.
What was your roll?
It was perception?
No, investigation.
Oh, investigation. 15.
15. Yeah, you have spent a little bit of time in the city. You haven't seen a town crier here at all. There isn't anyone that's like shouting the news or anything per se. You haven't really seen. You gather that a lot of the news that circulates through the town itself comes from the occupants of the town exchanging stories and missions and things like that, kind of going back and forth. That's more how they communicate. It's more of like a word of mouth than like a newspaper or someone like that.
Okay. Then I'm gonna look for somebody on the street. Somebody who's
Yeah, I'm with him.
old enough to, know what's going on.
Okay. Easy enough. You find an older gentleman. He's got black and white, like salt and pepper hair, pretty big arms, brown hair, brown eyes, and a beard that he has is in the process of kind of combing, and he'll like comb it for a few seconds and then check it, and he's looks like he's kind of manicuring himself, maybe in his late 40s.
Hey, you.
He's combing and stops and kind of looks up to you and brushes the comb off. He goes, how can I help you?
You ever heard of a hag?
Hag. No, I can't say I have. I'm
What,
sorry.
what my friend here is saying or asking.
Tell us your backstory.
Very well. I was born. About 20 minutes go by, and he goes, and that's how I ended up here.
Oh, wow, that's real interesting.
Yeah, I know. A sailor's life isn't for everyone, but
That's true. That's true. I especially like the bit with the Kraken. You know?
well, listen, those were just stories. They're unconfirmed rumors. Really,
Oh,
but,
okay. Yeah. So what my friend here was asking about was the monsters that have been stealing people and killing people out in the forest and
yes.
in the sea,
Mhm.
in the city too. I heard.
Yes. Well, I mean, from what I understand, it's not creatures. I've heard it's just one terrible demon that haunts the night.
Oh, it's definitely more than one. It's 3.
He kind of like his eyes get wide and he almost like recoils physically and goes, are you sure? I've heard it's some sort of demon spawn.
Yeah, we actually killed one and encountered the second one, which was in the ocean. But we're looking for
He looks shocked.
we're looking for the one in the town now.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I was under the impression that there was just one. I didn't know that there were 3. I don't know what. How can I help you? Did you need something?
Well, are there any rumors where maybe, it comes out from like a busted down house or something? We're just looking for a spot maybe where it could hide.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Listen. This is just the rumors that I've heard. The story around town was that it just apparated in people's homes and grabbed them in the middle of the night. That's all that I've heard, really. I don't know much of anything else, unfortunately.
All right. Poro,
I thought
you
it was
ready
a
to turn
demon.
into a kid again?
Looks like
No.
we're doing the same thing.
No, no. I don't want to do that again. All right.
The plan again.
Can we use your house, mister?
Hey, that's a good idea, actually.
Come on, you
roll
cunt. Let us do it.
After that line, roll an intimidation check.
Oh.
Can you get advantage since we're helping him?
21.
It doesn't sound like he needs it. He kind of like looks you up and down for a second, and then he kind of pivots, nervously looking at you. But then you see his eyes shift to the weapon on your back, and his eyes kind of go wide, and he goes, "Yeah, listen, I don't want any trouble. Okay, for the evening, you could use my home if you'd like to. There's no guarantee that anything's gonna happen. I'm leaving port, so in the morning tomorrow morning. So you can use my
Perfect.
house for the evening, but
Yeah, just
after
just for
that,
the evening. No longer, no less.
You got any food?
Pig out at his place. Open his fridge, lay on the couch.
Yeah. That's what I was going to do.
turn on Fox News. Just
Yeah.
relax. Take it. He says, I mean, I have food for myself.
Hey, if you've
I
got
mean-
food for yourself, you've got food for me.
Yeah.
Lead the way.
Yeah, where's this house of yours?
He's like, well, before that, is there any way that you could, compensate me for staying? I mean, you are using my home to bait a
Oh, yeah,
demon.
yeah. Let's go to your house first, and let's talk about payment when we
Yeah,
get there.
that'll be the dwarf. I don't actually have money.
I don't. You have a dwarf?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm in the
he's-
back.
somewhere.
I'm
I'll
behind
look
Ricker.
around.
Oh, I
I'm
thought
behi-
you went to the mayor's house.
Oh, there he
not
is. I
yet,
didn't
not
see him
yet.
behind that grain of salt.
Yeah, you were hiding behind Wrecker, and you kind of peek your head and outside of Wrecker's.
Oh,
home.
Just
you
sitting
mean
there. I'm
Wrecker's
sitting
dick?
there admiring the ring that Gisela gave me.
Oh,
Did you hear me, team?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
it's,
I kind of heard you. You making fun of me, calling me a grain of salt?
The
Saying
ring
you were
itself,
tiny.
the ring itself, Gargoyle, has it's a very plain silver band, but on the top it has like a bright sun that's just like radiates. It's incredibly beautiful. You know that you've seen this around this area too. It's the symbol of Pelor, just the holy symbol for Pelor. It doesn't, like I said, I think I said before, it doesn't have any magical properties
Ben.
per se. It's just
Ben,
Mic is popping.
your mic is popping.
Oh, is it really?
Really,
going-
really.
he says, of course, yeah. I'll lead the way, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
He kind of like takes his comb and collapses it. It was almost like a switchblade comb. He kind of like a pocket knife. He clips it and folds it down.
Badass
And,
comb.
yeah. And he leads you in towards the residential district, which is kind of the direction that you guys were going anyway. And he brings you to a pretty ramshackle-looking house. It's got one wooden door with a kind of a porthole, 2 windows. It's only a single story, and you can see the roof itself is pretty much falling apart. The tile and things like that are, there are gaping holes in the roof. And he turns and says, "Well, this is it. Sorry, it's not much. I don't, it's really just me here. My wife passed many moons ago, and it's just me."
What's your wife's name?
I'm very sorry.
Nah,
to hear
you're all
this.
good.
Well, he kind of like does a like a cross, Catholic cross on his forehead. Her name was Benny. God rest her soul. Pelor rest her soul.
Benny.
Benny.
Benny. Yep.
I'm sorry. What was your name before we enter your house?
Rocco. Nice to meet you. He just extends a hand
Rocco.
towards you.
I shake it.
Scav
You know,
shuffles past and goes
he-
in.
He shakes. It's an incredibly firm handshake, and you kind of get a look at his arm. It's very weathered. It's kind of sun weathered, beaten. There's scars and some tattoos that have worn over time. But he gives you a very very firm handshake. He says, "We don't really see a whole lot of your kind around.
I
I've
prefer
served with many
tieflings,
but
not
Oh,
your
I-
kind.
What's that
He-
supposed to mean?
He kind of like shakes his head and kind of waves you off and says, "No, you misunderstand. I served with many tieflings in the Navy. We don't see many of your kind on the surface, so it's a pleasure to meet you." And
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
he opens the door. He takes a handful of keys out. And he kind of fumbles through a few of them and then inserts it
Hey,
and opens the
before
door.
we enter, I just want to give you something. I give him 10 pamphlets of Aronimus' store.
Okay.
This is for
Um,
you and all your shipmates when you leave tomorrow. Make sure you read it
he's-
thoroughly.
He takes a look and kind of flips through some of them and he goes, I have a hard time reading. Benny was
God damn it.
helping me reading before she passed.
I'll just take those back. I'll take them back.
Oh, I know. I can hand them to my friends and coworkers that can read. It's
How
not a
many
problem. I
can read
just-
on your ship?
I don't know.
Really
What's a big
tested
number?
Pat
90?
here.
I don't really even know. I'm not really great with numbers either. And he puts out a hand that
I just
he
take them all
tries to
back.
make- he tries to make the 8. He makes an 8, but you realize that he can only make 8 because on his left hand his pinky and his ring finger are missing. And he points 8 at you and he goes, something like that. I don't really know.
I hand him 8 coins, gold coins.
Well, he looks at him and is like,
Yeah,
he's,
this is
like,
for
shocked.
this is for us using your house. All right.
I can't accept this. This is more than I make in a year. I can't accept this.
You got a
please.
pretty
No.
shitty job then.
He
Here
kind of
you-
looks at you and goes,
Here you go,
yeah,
bud. I'm just gonna enter his house.
You leave him
Nice
in
to
the
meet ya.
doorway. Just
Oh, I thought we
just
were.
leave him in the doorway.
Oh, I thought we were.
Well, he
already in.
opened the door, but then you stopped him to give him the pamphlets.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then I'll just enter the house.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
Scav
just walk
shuffles
past him.
past too.
You guys walk past him. He is in the doorway with the pouch of gold open, just staring at it. He like hasn't touched it.
Excuse us.
Where's that
He's
fridge?
just like he's like dumbstruck.
I'm gonna go look for
absolutely
the
dumbstruck.
alcohol. He's got to have some
Um,
alcohol, right?
Roll me
Roll what? Your-
investigation.
Oh, okay.
No, he didn't cut out, Spencer.
13.
Yeah, you find you start opening a couple cabinets, and the third cabinet that you open has what looks like a plain bottle of rum. Nothing special about it, just regular old bottle of rum.
Sketch was looking for like sandwich ingredients.
Okay, roll investigation then.
I rolled a 1.
Roll 1. You open up the first barrel that you get access to. It looks like something that might have like dried meats or food or something like that. And you open it up, and you realize that this is where his potable, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? It's his
Science?
toilet.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
His deposits. This is where he deposits.
Does he have a trash can like in the kitchen or
No.
anything?
Nope.
Oh, damn it.
What?
Probably-
What's the matter?
To give you guys, I'll give you a little description. When you walk through, it's a single story. When you walk through, there's maybe 10 feet to the exterior, like the other side of the house. Like it's tiny. It's like a little hut. To your left, there's like a small table with some barrels and like a small cooking place. Like the rust little campfire with the thing on top. You know, it's like one of those. And then off to the right, there is a small door, but a small doorway, but there's no door. And you kind of peek your head in there, and there is a bedroll that's on the floor, and a small candle on a candle holder that is about 3/4 burnt down, and that's about it. And then cabinetry and stuff like that for storage. But yeah, that's it.
What a great place you got here.
He has kind of collected himself and turns and goes, I mean, it's not much really. I've been saving, you know, I've been really working hard and taking any opportunity for work that I can get my hands on. I served in the Navy for, oh man, it's been about 30 years, and it's not much, but it's mine. And you can see he kind of like nervously like grabs his arm and kind of rubs it, and he doesn't really know what to do. This is a little overwhelming for him.
Now, I think it's time to start making a plan, boys.
Do we
Okay.
know where this hag likes to appear at night?
Yeah, dude.
The guy, Rocco said he just shows up in your house.
Yeah. I mean,
Aye, that's what I've heard.
And there's a big old hole in the roof, so that should be easy.
that's true. That's wow. That's good thinking, Wrecker. Wow.
We could tie Poro to the floor.
Oh no,
This
no,
time he
no.
won't
Okay.
get caught by the hag.
Well, okay.
Well, he ran away last time.
So
Yeah, you
How
should
about-
disguise yourself as a kid and go act like you're playing outside, and this is your house.
I got a
And
better
then when
idea.
it gets
Legs
dark,
down.
you come inside.
I got a better idea, guys. How about I give the mask to Sketch, and then he disguises himself as a human child. No?
I don't. He's pretty big, and
I pull
definitely
out some rope.
Sketch, please.
Come on, buddy.
Sketch. It's me,
Get
buddy.
on the ground.
It's
Get
me.
on your knees, boy.
Get on your knees.
Come on.
cunt. Get on the ground.
I'm gonna wrestle you to the ground. Try to tie your hands behind your back.
Okay. So Sketch, go ahead and roll. This would be an athletics check, and then Poro, you can roll either athletics or acrobatics to get away.
Oh man.
17.
12.
Oh my.
12. Okay. You see Sketch run and like straight out of WWE pay-per-view, spears you and tackles you onto the ground. You are now grappled by Sketch.
Sketch. Buddy,
It's okay, buddy. Here,
please.
look at this.
I start drinking rapidly. Just
But it's overflowing on your mouth.
Yeah.
Because I'm upside down.
I want to take it all as much
Hey,
as I
don't
can.
waste it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh
Can't even talk.
Oh my god.
If you're gonna consume that much, go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving.
I'm gonna
We're
need
gonna
that
run
much.
into
Oh, that's
go
a
ahead and
dirty
roll.
20. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dirty 20.
Shit.
Yeah, you
Plus
you shake
6,
off the
man.
effects. You gather over the course of time, kind of like Scotch. The more you drink it, the more you get used to it. But that might not be necessarily a good thing. It's, getting used to something this rancid might not be good for your health. But you are getting used to it after a while.
Tyler, did you ever get that gourd refilled? I forget. Like since
Yeah.
Dio was.
Oh, yeah, I think it did.
Yes, you did.
Did
You
he?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You cleared out about a third of it and then filled it back up.
Oh, okay.
It's not the strongest, but it's normal. Beer, kind of, just mixed.
All right. What do we do now?
I'd tie your hands behind your back.
Whoa. I need to be able to cast spells, man.
This is for your own good.
No. Come on.
And then I tie your feet too.
Sketch.
You can try to break the grapple if you'd like to.
No. I won't be able to. I have a -1 strength.
Yeah, if you did that, I'd punch you in the face.
Yeah, this scrawny, like disgusting looking rat is pretty strong. You weren't expecting the strength coming from this thing, but yeah, he's holding you down really without any effort. It's
All
kind
right.
of like Tyler when he held down Ben. He just like pushed him over, and kind of just fell over. It's kind of like that.
Literally no.
It was like holding down a skeleton, like a plastic one.
Oh man.
From
What
Party City.
happened?
So yeah, you successfully tie him up with a little bit of rope that you have.
Just
and-
make it loose enough to where I can get out if I want to. All right. I promise I won't get out.
Okay.
I pull the two ends really tight.
Oh.
He the gentleman. I'm sorry, hang on. I have his name written down.
Rocco.
What did I say it was?
Rocco.
Rocco. Yeah. Rocco approaches you from his bedroom and he goes, if you need somebody to tie up, I've had this in my adventures and it's come in handy a few times, but you're more than welcome to borrow it for the evening. And he just holds out like a small spool of rope. He's like, it's not your average rope. It's pretty useful.
Oh, thanks. You want to tie him up too?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Wait,
What do you mean, not your average rope?
Well,
'Cause rope is rope.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how to explain it other than it just seems to go on forever until you don't need it anymore. It's rope and rope and rope and more rope. It doesn't look like it's that much, but I've thrown this, off the boat to grab, to get people who have fallen overboard, and it's traveled like a quarter mile. It just keeps growing.
Hey,
Maybe we could tie up the hag with this. She
I
comes
say we
in,
tie him up.
and then I keep running around her with this rope till I get tired.
oh, I love Wrecker Ben. I love him.
So like in Star Wars.
Oh, man.
What's Star Wars?
Yeah, it just falls. Blows up.
Hey, Wrecker. Could
Who
you come here?
took the rope? He's just holding the rope, by the way, out to whoever.
I'll grab it.
Oh,
Okay.
What?
Come here. Alright.
What?
And so how about you tie that guy up? So we can use him as bait too.
You want me to? But he let us into his home.
Yeah, he did. But I mean, you could always, that's double the chance of catching this hag, right? If there's one person here, it's just a better chance of catching her, right?
But like, he could die.
Well, no, we're pretty strong, right? We can defend him. Plus, I mean, he's a sailor on a ship, so he's got to be strong.
Hey, no, we do not gonna
You-
take this
you're
guy. He's
not-
got a job to do.
You are not a part of this conversation, Gargle.
Do
Yeah,
I hear
you-
this?
Yeah, gargle. Fuck off.
I'm
if
just
you-
wondering. Do I hear about this? I
If you
guess?
guys want to try to conceal your conversation, you could roll stealth.
Oh yeah, I
yeah,
was
you
wanting
weren't
to.
concealing your conversation.
Okay, so if Wrecker, are you trying to conceal as well? Are you trying to keep this under wraps? Or are you just talking normally?
Well, I get the impression he's whispering, so I start to like whisper and like.
Okay. Both of you roll perception, or sorry, stealth checks. Excuse me.
That's a 15.
Wrecker,
21.
21. Okay.
Wow.
What are Gargle and Deal? What are your passive perceptions?
14. Perception.
Passive
Uh,
perception.
Passive wisdom.
Oh, wisdom. Oh, 12.
Okay. Yeah, you do not hear this.
Dang.
But I mean,
Um,
be kind of bad, wouldn't it?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, but we're not
but
gonna
it's for
let.
a good cause.
Yeah. What he said.
Oh, Scatches include.
Wait, wait. Why are you a part of this?
Yeah, I was right next to you, tying you.
All right. Roll,
Oh, yeah.
roll a stealth check then. Scatch.
It's above 20.
Okay.
Yeah. What?
You're okay
what
with
he
this?
said. Yeah, I'm okay with it.
What about Sketch? He wanted to tie you up.
I think we should tie him up. The dude.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Well, let me ask Gargle then.
Well-
While you do that, I'm gonna go ask the dude if he has any blankets because I want to cover myself up, like how I was at the beach under sand, but this time under blankets.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Wrecker. You can go talk to Gargle before we.
Well, Poro, are you gonna stop me at all or
No.
no?
Gargle.
Yes. Are we whispering? Is something wrong?
Well, Poro wants to tie up that guy,
What?
Right.
What? Why?
Reiko.
Okay. Why?
Well, I don't think he wants to be tied up.
Oh. Okay. Well, why would we need to tie him up? He's leaving.
Well, we need somebody tied up, and Poro doesn't want to be tied up, so there's
Why
that
do we have
guy.
to? Why do we have to tie someone up?
Well, why would we not have to tie Swamp? Well, you
Huh?
want to be tied up?
What? No, we're gonna.
Yeah, so
we're gonna.
maybe we tie him up.
No, don't tie up that guy. He's letting us use our house. He's a nice guy. He doesn't deserve this.
Alright, well, I'll go tell Poro that you said that.
All right, and if
He'll-
he's got a problem, he
he'll
can
be
come talk to
sad.
me. If he's got
Oh.
a problem, he can come talk to me, and I'll tell him what's for.
Alright, I'll tell him that too.
Okay.
Hey, Poro.
Yeah.
Well, you see, Gargle doesn't like that idea.
God damn it, Gargle.
He said that. Oh gosh, what did he say?
It's fine, Wrecker. I understand.
He said
Wrecker,
that
you don't have to hurt yourself.
if you want to talk to him, he'll tell you what for.
Oh, okay, Wrecker.
So I think you should, talk to him.
I think I'm good. You know what? I got used to the ropes. I can be the bait again.
Alright, I'll go tell him that.
All right. Yeah, you go tell him.
Hey, Gargle.
Oh, what now?
Poro said he actually got used to the rope.
What? Why do we have to tie anyone up? Let's just figure out a way. If no one wants to be the bait, I'll be the bait.
You want to be tied up?
What? No, I don't want to be tied up. All right, I say this in a normal voice so everyone can see it. Poro, where's your mask of looking like a kid? So I'll put it on. I'm already short enough.
It's on my Do already.
Do you want to be the bait?
No,
Then let me wear it.
but it's mine. But yeah, okay, I'll give it to you. But I don't have use of my hands.
That's
I
what a
start-
leader does.
I
He
start
puts
wrapping
himself
up Gargle in the rope.
what? Why are you wrapping me up?
Oh, I get it. I help you out.
What is this? Why?
Oh man.
Pretty
This is
small.
what you wanted, right?
No. Why are you tying me up?
This is how we do it.
Do what?
This is how we
do
lure the kidnapping hag.
We did it fine earlier, and we didn't have to tie him up.
Well,
What?
we would have done it better.
What? I feel like he would have ran off with Poro easier if Poro was tied up.
Why don't we fake tie Mr. Gargle up?
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll
Just
run
fake-
if we don't. We gotta really
What?
tie him up.
What? Why would I run? I'm volunteering.
We don't even
I
know
don't
how
buy
to fake
it.
tie.
Don't buy it. I don't.
How do you fake tie a Dio? You know knots.
I know
I
not.
guess we could do. I guess we could do what we tried with those hill giants back on the trail.
I don't remember
That
what we
seemed to
tried
work
with them.
pretty well.
What did we do with them?
Oh, I loosely put the ropes around Mr. Gargle, and he was able to take them off whenever he was ready to fight.
Yeah, let's do that again.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right, we'll do that. Poro, how do I use this thing?
You have to. You have to. What's it called? Attune to it first, and then you can just cast a spell. Make yourself look like something.
I'm not very good with what you guys call
All right, can I
spells.
can I teach him how to attune?
Sure. Yeah. It takes you about 30 minutes to do that. 30 minutes to it.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that then. To help
Okay.
him.
Okay. Sketch, do you approach Rocco and ask him about blankets?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, man. Where are all your blankets and sheets at?
He kind of looks around and goes,
Spanish
"I mean,
accent coming out.
This is it. I mean,
It's like a Australian and Mexican accent.
Hey, ese, where your blankets at, Holmes?
he kind of like gestures to the floor to his bedroll and goes, I mean, honestly, this is it. I don't really have much else.
I'll take it, you cunt. He picks it up and wraps himself in it and rolls on the floor on the floor like a burrito.
Oh, that's
Roll a
gotta be
burrito
gross
check.
now.
Burrito check. 18.
Okay. You look delicious.
Sweet.
Hey, I got a burrito right here. I'm gonna start eating it in honor of Sketch.
There you go.
Does my mouth start watering?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to hide like in the sheets like I was on the beach. Should I roll a stealth check?
Yeah, you could roll one now. Keep in mind,
What time is it?
yeah, I was gonna
That
say, keep in
burrito.
mind, it is around like 9:30, 10 in the morning.
Oh God.
You just sit there for 12 hours.
Yeah,
You
you
fall
you would
asleep
be
again.
there for a little while. If anything is gonna happen, you would be wrapped up like a burrito for the better part of, potentially like 18 hours. If you
He already
started
falls
now.
asleep. Just under the sheet.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I want to say to Gargle, friend, do you remember where the mayor said we could find the town druid? I'd like to speak with him.
He was in the residential quarters. We were. I don't know. Were you with us over at his house when we were talking to him?
Her.
No, we haven't talked to the druid yet, have we?
Yep. I thought we did.
You have
didn't-
not. Nope.
Oh, we have
you
not. Okay.
Nope.
He's
you haven't
over.
spoken
He's
to
over in the residential quarters.
You guys are currently in the residential
Yeah,
quarters.
Yeah. I don't. I honestly don't know which house. I can't remember what she said. She said just ask one of her city guards and they'll tell us.
Yeah, she gave you instructions.
Oh,
That
did
wasn't in like our session, but it's just assumed that she directed you. It's fine.
Okay. But
Well-
yeah. So I guess I'll pass on the directions to him. I was like, it's the house that's at the end of the thing, and take a left, and you'll find it.
Take a left at the Taco Bell.
I say,
Very burrito themed episode today.
Yep.
Yeah.
And burritos are delicious.
I'm gonna go, say, well, I'm off to go see the druid. If anyone would like to join me, they are more than welcome.
Well, I'm kind of tied up right now. If you could untie me.
Oh, yes, very well. And I go down and untie him.
Okay.
Hey, that's a strong knot.
You got to roll for that
something
knot,
to
boy.
untie him.
No, you're able to undo his binds pretty easily.
I can't do it.
Alright, well, off I go, friends. Just gonna walk. over to the
Goodbye.
druid's house.
Here, so can I turn myself into make myself look like a kid?
Yeah, after 30 minutes of taking time to kind of study the mask and to kind of become in tune with its energy, you put it on your face, and you just think of what, a human boy?
Yeah.
You change into a human boy because of your size. It works. You're selling it pretty well. You look like a normal baby-faced human boy.
I'm a real boy.
Oh God. Oh.
Should I walk around town as this and kind of bait people in and bait maybe the creature will see me and then I'll walk around town all day and pretend to be like, I'm so glad this town is safe, and kind of really be obnoxious.
You should disguise yourself as like a really poor child with no families, no
Oh,
parents.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, see?
Ah, good idea. Good idea.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm just. Does anyone got a couple gold? I'll go walk around like the marketplace area, and I'll go be like, buy an apple and be like, this is all I'm gonna eat today because my parents are dead and I live alone.
Yeah.
And say it really loudly so everyone can hear it and they'll know, and then we can really bait out the hag.
That's a brilliant idea. I give him one
All right.
gold.
Sweet. Wait, so when I'm hidden, do I keep all my stuff on me? Or
Yeah,
is-
you keep all of your stuff. You're just, your physical body transforms into that of another person. But it's very, like, for anybody that takes a moment and studies it, it's very obviously an illusion.
Okay.
And your form doesn't match exactly, like when you reach out and go to touch someone, like they'll phase part way through your body and touch your real form. It's
Okay,
very clearly an illusion.
But they can't see like my great sword on my back. And
No,
stuff
no,
like
no.
that.
That is
Okay,
all.
good.
That's all hidden. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk around town as a kid and kind of advertise myself as a, poor kid who lives alone, who's just trying to survive.
Okay.
So I'll spend
All right.
most of the day doing that.
Okay. All right.
Can I play
Anything else?
cards with the
You guys-
boys? Cards? With my card
just,
pack?
Yeah, with Wrecker and yeah, sure, absolutely.
Oh wait, no, I have a dice set.
You
Well,
could play die.
Could I just buy like a pack of cards and just play cards?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
With the
I mean,
boys?
it cost you. Yeah, it cost you nothing. I wouldn't even bother marking it off. It's fine. You can
Alright.
you can do that easily.
All right, boys. I'll show you how it's done.
We'll jump over to Dio. What are you doing, Dio?
Trying to find the druid. How do you pronounce his name? Newloon or Noonloon?
Noonloon.
Noonloon. Okay.
Like noon the time of day, and loon like Loon. Noonloon.
All right. So I follow Gargle's directions.
Okay. Yeah, and you stumble across you are directed to a pretty ornate building. The exterior of the building is painted like a bright blue, almost like Facebook blue, like incredibly colorful. The windows are like immaculately kept bay window, or like I'm trying to think of like the arch windows. There's a lot of flora and fauna in the front, various well-kept bushes, trimmed bushes, rose gardens. It's you very clearly kind of breathe in and you smell flowers and like fresh cut grass. It's a very welcoming estate. There's a white picket fence that surrounds the area, and in contrast to the other buildings, a lot of the other homes that are here are 1 to 2 story buildings that aren't too far off of Rocco's establishment. Some are a little nicer, some are at his level. This is like a sore thumb out in the middle of nowhere. This guy very clearly takes care of his property, and it's a druid, you would, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. All right. I pause for a second to take in the scenery and admire the house, and then I walk up to the front door and knock on it.
Okay. When you knock, you hear the second your hands like impact the door. On the other side, the sound is amplified like 5-fold. So if you just like lightly tap on the door, you hear boom, boom, boom on the other side of the door. It's like, it's very, very loud. Not nearly the same strength that you put into it.
Sometimes like magic.
Yeah. It's like some sort of magical enchantment on the door itself. You wait 30 seconds, a minute. No one answers.
I shout, "Hello, is Noonloon there?"
You hear on the behind the home. Yes.
So like out backyard.
Outside in the backyard, yeah.
Okay. I like move over to the side of the house and peek around. I'm like, "Are you Noonloon?"
Okay, yeah. As you walk around the side of the house and you see in the backyard is a proverbial like garden space. This immaculately kept garden. There are more of the rose bushes and like trimmed hedges, but you can see there are hedges that are in the shape of creatures back here. It's a large backyard. There are rows of exotic fruits, vegetables, all kinds of just an insane amount of these. Basically name a vegetable, name a fruit, and odds are it's probably back here in some capacity.
Okay.
It's a massive garden, and then like walking through the garden itself, you see walking trees, small trees, maybe about 7 to 8 feet tall, that are walking through the property. Some of them are kneeled over and they're tilling the ground. Others are lifting things high and placing them up, into the trees themselves, and they're moving around. There's about 4 of these like 7-foot tall treants. And then amongst the garden itself, there is a smaller human gentleman. Couldn't be any more than 5'2", long white beard that he has braided in kind of a spiral formation. And he is wearing a long, like gray and silver-colored cloak. And you can see he's kind of bent over with a small spade in his hand, kind of tilling some of the soil in front of him.
After staring at the walking trees for a second, I snap out of that look at him like, "Quite the beautiful estate you have here, friend."
He kind of like is startled, wait for a second, and sets the spade and kind of turns around and wipes his hands on his cloak, and you can see there are little bits of brown stain on his cloak for a second, and then they just evaporate away. They're there for just a second and then they disappear. And he leans over. What you didn't notice before is he has a small cane that he had rested on the ground, and he kind of picks that up and gets up very slowly. If you could hear bones creak from this distance, you probably would. As he very, very slowly and methodically kind of raises himself up on the cane and is very dependent on it to stand. He is, for a human, probably in his like early 80s, maybe mid to early 80s. He's incredibly old. And he kind of, thank you very much. This is, I've put a lot of time into this. This is somewhat of a pet project for me.
I nod, and then he's fully stood up by now.
Yeah, fully stood up as much as he can. He is leaned over, with obviously some sort of spinal injury or something, and is putting most of his weight on his cane.
I kneel down and like stick my hand out, like, "My name is Diogenes. It's a pleasure to meet you."
he shakes. He reach. Do you like extend your hand to kind of shake it, or?
Yeah.
When he extends your hand, when he goes to shake it, it's a pretty firm handshake for a guy this old, and he kind of looks at you and squints through these emeralds, just bright emerald green eyes, kind of is staring at you and kind of gives you a once over and goes, Furbolg. Oh, I haven't seen a Furbolg. And kind of just like itches his forehead a little bit.
It's like, why yes, not many people know of my race. It's quite interesting that you've heard of us.
I've had plenty of adventures in my time. What can I do for you?
Well, I am currently accompanying a group of traveling adventurers, and we were tasked by the mayor to rid the town of what we now know to be these hag creatures. And, one of them happens to be a water hag. And I was wanting to know if you might have, by chance, any gear that could help us infiltrate the water realm in which this hag resides.
He kind of pauses for a moment and looks down and looks around and scratches his head again and goes, water. One moment. And he starts to walk past you and very slowly starts making his way towards the door. There's about, maybe from where he was to the entrance to the rear of his home, about 20 feet. It takes him the better part of 10 minutes to travel that distance. He takes very deliberate steps and has to pause for a moment and then takes like a couple more steps and then pauses and bends down and gets distracted by something and then stands back up and then continues forward. And he stops at the door and goes, what did you need again? I'm sorry. My memory is not what it used to be.
Oh, it's quite all right. We are looking for gear to survive underwater.
Water. Yes, water. Yes. And he opens the door and is gone for a few minutes. Would you like to do anything in that time?
I'm gonna just kneel at the edge of the garden and look at all the stuff and look at the walking thing. So just admiring it, not really anything.
Okay. Yeah. The tree ants don't really seem to pay you any mind. They walk right past you. A lot of them have set like specific tasks that they're doing. Somebody's watching YouTube in the background. I can hear it.
It's
Dean.
Dean, are you watching YouTube in the background?
Yeah, sorry. There was I got sent something. Can you hear that?
Wow.
Yep.
Scumbag.
Tisk.
Who's
Well, I
sending you
mean,
videos, big boy?
my sister.
Give him your number.
My sister's number.
He's gone again for probably about 10 minutes or so, and then comes back out, and he's again very, very slow. The steps he take are minute, and he's supported by his cane the whole time. When you get actually a good look at his cane, it's covered in runes of some kind. You would have to take a moment to examine them, but they're absolutely covered in runes. I mean, there's practically no blank space on the wood itself. And he has a small, what looks like, it almost looks like a water cap. If that can, it's like a smooth, sort of, I wouldn't say plastic or rubber. You could go rubber. Cap that is, it looks like it's stretchable. It's very malleable in shape. And he starts slowly bringing it out to you, and he's maybe this might work. And he, once he gets up to you, he kind of hands it to you.
So what exactly is this?
A friend of mine made this. It's to help you breathe underwater. From what I understand, the elemental plane of I thought this might be good to have.
Yes, thank you. Would you happen to have any more of these?
He kind of stops for a second, and his eyes kind of glaze over for a second, and goes, "Who are you? Who are you again?"
I am Diogenes. I am a druid looking for some gear for my friends.
Oh, you're a furbolg. I haven't seen many furbolg. Wow, it's very impressive. You're so tall.
Thank you.
You're welcome. He is just, his eyes have kind of glazed over. He's kind of lost right now a little bit.
Dio doesn't mind. He's has the patience for old people, but he's gonna put it in front of his face and say, "Sir, do you have any more of these kind of items that will help us breathe underwater?"
He looks at it and goes, "Oh, that's the hat. I have a hat just like that. I have a hat that looks just like that. Let me go get it." And he very slowly turns around and starts to walk back in the house.
I'm gonna stop him saying, "No, sir, this is your hat. How much would you like for me to
How do
buy
you
it?"
have it? How do you have my hat? Who gave you my hat?
You did, sir.
He looks like totally confused. It's like, I gave it. I gave you. He's like totally lost. And then as he said, he's kind of thinking, he turns and goes, "George, not like that, no." And he starts getting up and walking towards the one of the treants that's off to the side there.
Dio doesn't want to walk off with it because he thinks that'd be stealing. So he's going to lay 50 gold down on the back porch
Okay.
and then leave
Okay. You do so.
and go back to the Rocco's house.
Sure. And the amount of time that it takes for you to travel there, you can kind of figure out what this is. It is a cap of water breathing. It allows you, if you put it on and you attune to it, it allows you to breathe underwater as if it was normal air, as long as you wear it.
All right. Well, hold on. We have what did we get from the captain? We had the goggles and then the
A potion. One potion of water breathing.
Yes, we still need like a lot more than that. All right, I return.
Yeah,
to the
we need
hut.
everything.
I return to the hut and I say to them, "Are you guys like just playing cards or something?"
Yeah, we're
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
we're playing cards, just on the floor.
I'm just gonna walk in like, "Well, friends, I come with some good news and some not so good news. I was able to retrieve a cap of water breathing from Noon Loon." And I kind of like wave it around, show him. I say, "But I don't think we're gonna get much more out of the druid."
Why's that?
Well, let's just say time has taken its toll on him, being a human and all.
Oh, he's old.
Hey,
He's dead.
what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, he's dead.
No, he's not dead. He's just not all there.
You saying humans ain't all there?
No,
I don't know where he would get that impression.
I pat Wrecker on the head. It's like, no, friend, not like that. It's just this one.
Look, I get it. I'm the only cool one here.
Yes, that is very true.
And
Sir
you
Wrecker.
were jealous.
Oh well, I try not to get jealous, but
Mm-hmm.
with you around, it is sometimes inevitable.
Oh, yep. I knew it. I just knew it.
Oh man.
Well, bottom line is, friends, we still need 3 more items that would allow.
Yeah, we
us
still
to
need
breathe
goggles
underwater.
to see underwater.
You know, I can hold my breath.
I
I'll
can't
do
swim.
it.
Oh, that's right. Ooh.
That's why we gotta fight her on land. Lure her back to the beach.
And you won't
I'll
be able
the
to
bait
shoot
this
either.
time.
Oh, that's a problem.
Well, perhaps we could have 2 people go down into the realm with the water-breathing things we currently have, and then lure her out in some way.
Oh, wait. Did we see the, or at least whoever rolled high perception? Did we see the chest that was down there?
I don't think so.
I think someone saw the chest. I thought one person did.
I don't think so.
I don't think you guys did see it, like in character. I don't think you guys did.
Okay. Did we see anything down there that looked important? Or shiny, at least? I can't remember.
Are you asking me or the party?
I'm asking you.
Not that you remember. The 2 biggest things that you saw were the floating bodies that seemed to be being worked on, for lack of a better word, by the water hag, and then the doorway, some sort of doorway that led to some sort of closed off section, and then the portal, obviously, to get into that area.
Okay.
Nothing else outside of that.
Well, I mean, we could try just sending in like 2 or 3 people, with the rest waiting outside the portal, ready to attack. And those 3 people who enter could, I don't know, steal something from the hag, lure her out. Like maybe one of those dead bodies, or if there's like something shiny down there. Yeah.
I'm down for that. Although
We
I
could
can't
do
swim.
Yeah, you
Can't be me.
you can stay outside the portal. I'll go in. It won't be the bait this time.
Well,
What?
First we kind of
What,
gotta get this.
You scared? You scared, Poro? You scared?
You know, it's somebody else's turn this time. All right.
I'm doing it tonight.
Yep. Exactly. So, I say we hopefully can be able to lure the city hag out, kill it, and then we can go back to the water hag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. All right. That's what your leader says.
That's what I say.
No, that's me.
No.
I'm the leader.
You wish you were the leader. Tell him, boys.
All right, guys.
We all just look at him.
Who do you think is the leader here in this group, honestly? It's me, right?
I think it's me.
Scatch, you just got here. I appreciate the effort, though.
Shut up, dwarf.
Ho ho.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, didn't I?
That's an angry mouse.
He's a rat.
Oh, he's just a big mouse. It's okay.
Right on you.
Oh man, you're not very friendly, are you? In here, I thought we were starting to get along.
I'm just hungry. This guy didn't have any burgers.
I'm sure we can find some rats around here, right, Wrecker?
Well, I'm trying to stay off a rat.
What? What?
A nice rat diet.
I was laying down one night, and I was thinking of Scatch,
Aw. Aw.
and then I thought, what if Scatch ate a human baby right in front of me? I'd be
Probably done it.
I'd be a little upset, I think.
guess that's fair.
This episode, Wrecker learns empathy.
That's very mature of you, Wrecker.
Is Wrecker getting more intelligent? Because this is kind of creepy.
No,
It seems like he's getting smart.
I just didn't want it. Why would you eat a baby?
No.
I've probably done it before, mate.
You ate a
But
baby.
sure.
No,
A
no,
baby.
no. He didn't eat a baby. All right. It's just
Did I
some.
not?
No.
He doesn't even know.
Well, I just wouldn't want to eat your kind in front of. Cause that would be like eating a baby in front of me.
That's very noble.
Yeah, Sketch. If you ate like a rat, you know, if you fried up a rat and ate it, is that like cannibalism for you, or?
I mean, my clan did it.
Oh, so it's pretty all right, you know. I guess depending on the situation, if there's.
Seems good to me.
We only eat the young ones. If they're not gonna make it, you know?
What? What?
Survival of the fittest.
Dio's
Ro-
praying.
you
right
see
now.
Rocco in the corner just staring horribly at you, just like
You know what, Rocco? Some days you just gotta live. Maybe that
So
includes eating
right.
babies.
No,
Oh, right. You don't eat babies.
that's what my mama Blecker told me.
Not to eat babies?
Well, I think yes.
That's good. That's good for Mama.
Oh.
All right, are we going to?
Yeah, we're getting off track again.
Yeah. So here's the plan. It's like how long were you gone there, Dio? Or
Not too long. Maybe an hour.
you were gone for I'd say probably close to 30 minutes.
so probably because when he left, I guess we'll say that Poro was attuning me and helping me learn this mask thing. So now I'll go out to the city and I'm gonna pretending to be a child, and I'm gonna flaunt myself around as a vulnerable kid that's up for to be targeted.
Go ahead and
Whoa.
roll me
Who said
a
Bro.
yeah. sounds
No.
like Poro.
No.
He
Go
wants
ahead and
him to
roll
be the
a
leader.
performance check.
Performance. 0 on that. So let's see. I rolled a 9.
9. Okay. You feel like you're doing a pretty decent job. You're selling the bit, as far as you can tell. You're getting a lot of weird looks, and you just kind of assume that it's because you're a kid that's flaunting themselves walking around the street. And then after a while, you realize you've just been talking like Gargle this whole time and haven't been doing a little boy's voice. So you're walking around and going, "Oh, I'm a pretty boy," and just like with this deep masculine voice, because you forgot to change your
You learned too much from Poro.
Oh
quality
crap.
of your voice. But you do that. You make your way around the city and you flaunt yourself very easily.
That just sounds fucking weird. Flaunting yourself as a kid? What the fuck?
He asked for it.
That's probably what Poro taught him.
No.
We lead
Yeah.
him back to this, and we're just doing To Catch a Predator.
Exactly.
Catch Poro.
As the hag walks in,
To Catch a 4-0.
who'd you think
You got-
what did you think was gonna happen here tonight?
You guys don't realize I have a whole
was your
city
plan,
that
Lou?
is just Chris Hansen's everywhere. It's just replicas of Chris Hansen. It's ready to go.
A botched
God.
experiment.
Jump
Wow.
on him.
Yep.
Something out of Fallout. David, wait, what is it they say?
Gary.
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 The Gary.
Can I follow behind Gargle? Like maybe like far enough away from him where
You really
I
are a
won't,
rapist.
won't be too obvious.
You want
He
to try to
forgets
stealth?
that.
Yeah, I want to see if anybody follows him.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll stealth check.
He's trying to rape me.
He forgot that
Uh,
you changed to a kid.
That's 21 for the stealth. No,
Okay.
yeah,
Uh,
21.
Okay. Yeah. outside of you very quickly realizing that Gargle forgot to use his little kid voice, and you just kind of shake your head like, "Oh, you so stupid." People give him weird looks, definitely. Nobody really seems to pay him specific attention per se. Nobody is kind of going out of their way to follow him or kind of keep an eye on him. They just kind of look like, "What's going on?" and then continue about their day. Nothing really. Nothing that stands out to you, at least.
I'm gonna pull Gargle to the side when this has been going on for a while.
Okay. Yeah, you do that very easily. Gargle has been doing this for like the better part of 20 minutes now before you pull him aside.
Hey, buddy, maybe you should work on that kid voice.
Joke's on you. That's not me. You grabbed a random kid. I'm just kidding. What do you mean?
Try to sound like a kid and not like a dwarf.
Wait, do I not sound like a kid?
No, you don't. Make your voice higher.
Like this?
Yeah.
Do I sound like I'm 12?
Yeah, exactly like that. Exactly. Now do that out on the streets.
Okay, I'll go do that.
As
That's
you guys are having
performance.
this, as you guys are having this conversation, three males approach you. Two of them are human, and one is a massive, towering Goliath, standing like well over 7 feet tall. They approach both of you and look at Poro and look at Gargle, and the Goliath goes, "Hey, is this pedo bothering you, son?"
Whoa! Hey! Whoa! You are assuming something here that is not okay.
You hear the thunderous cracking of knuckles as the Goliath is like cracking all of his bones and joints, getting ready. He's like, "Just say the word, kid. I'll knock this guy out."
Whoa! Okay. Let's take a step back. All right,
He
meathead.
said he was gonna buy me some food if I
No.
showed him where I go to the bathroom.
Roll a deception.
Dean's got to get into character now as a child.
Oh,
Roll a
Spencer's
deception
about,
check.
Spencer's
Oh
about
my
to make
God.
a new character.
Get a new
Dean,
character roll, Spencer?
I don't have a new character.
I'm sorry. You threatened my leader position. I gotta teach you a lesson.
roll a deception check.
Me?
Oh
Gargle.
my
Yeah,
God.
Gargle,
yeah.
roll a deception check.
Oh, I rolled a 1. Natural 1.
He kind of looks at you like really, really confused, and one of the humans steps in and goes, "Hey, what's going on? Is everything okay?"
All right. Here's the truth. Okay, this is actually a dwarf, and I just have this very specific kink where I'm attracted to dwarves. All right.
You're just
Digging
digging
yourself in a hole, yeah. I might not understand what's happening, but that doesn't help.
Yeah, roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Initiative.
This is not very good for that. It was a. Why didn't you just say? He was just asking for directions.
16.
16. The Goliath is kind of like looming over everyone and takes a moment and kind of relaxes himself and turns to the kid and goes, "Do you want me to beat him up or not?"
No, I'm leaving. He was just being. He was kind of following me, and then he was asking for directions to the market. I pointed him. I said it's over there, and so I'm going home, to where I live.
The human, the other human, turns and points to the clock tower and goes, "Hey, bud, it's that way."
Oh, thank you. I'll be heading that way real quick.
They stand there and wait for you to walk away.
I'm gonna walk away.
Okay. The Goliath turns to Gargle and kind of gets down on one knee and puts his hand on your shoulder, and it passes through the illusion.
Uh-oh.
And he goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa."
Don't
He's
touch
like-
me.
Confused.
Excuse me, sir. Don't touch me. And then I quickly back away.
Okay.
It's
Are you
like-
just getting out? Are you just running?
Yeah, I'm just gonna run. I was like,
All right.
you're really big and scary, and then run away.
Okay. You turn and you just run before they even have a chance to question what was going on.
That was a shit show.
You had to pull me into an alley.
Shit beat out of you.
I was hoping they'd beat the shit out of Poro, bring him back to our house, and we'd mention about his problem with raping people.
Yeah,
I've-
we used to be in a clan. They raped
No.
many people.
Never.
If they
That
catch us, they will rape us.
that never happened. Never.
They will rape us and kill us. But hopefully not in that order.
All right.
Okay. So do I have to roll another performance check as I'm gonna continue kind of walking around, talking, and using the correct voice? Or-
Sure. You've got a section of the city that you haven't tackled yet. You might be able to salvage it. Go ahead and roll another performance check.
Ooh, 13 that time.
13. Okay. Again, you get some weird glances just because of the nature of the things you're talking about, but no one seems to pay you any particular attention.
Okay. Well, I just want to make it pretty obvious that I'm a very vulnerable kid.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm vulnerable.
All right. Yeah, you do that very easily.
Things have been hard since my parents died. Now I have to live alone.
I hope I don't get raped by a red character with horns.
No. Wrong. Very wrong.
The legend.
Legend has it, a red-skinned horned man will rape you in the middle of the night.
Bedtime story for kids.
It's like a night. Yeah, it's like a nightmare.
to keep, like the boogeyman.
God.
All right. So do you make your way back to Rocco's house?
Yeah, after taking on as much time as I can, making it very obvious, and yep, heading back there, and I want to make it obvious that this is where I live too.
Okay.
So,
Very easily done. You do
Okay.
so, no problem.
so I'm gonna, and I'll probably hang out outside a little bit, at least, and maybe go inside for a little bit, and then later in the night I'll come back out and be like, it's just nice to breathe the fresh air, and then go back in and call it a night, and we'll set the trap.
Okay. In the meantime, while all this is happening, what are the rest of you guys doing?
What's Gatch doing? Is he asleep?
Sounds like nothing.
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 Dio's
Looking for
trying
food.
to figure out how to play cards.
All right, so you guys are just gonna chill for the whole evening. You guys are just gonna wait here for the next like 8 to 10 hours.
Well,
I'll,
we can take-
I'll lift some weights.
Okay. What? How heavy are they?
Oh, they're heavy.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
We got 22.
Oh,
Damn.
easily. Yeah, you noticed that Rocco actually has a set of weights next to his bed. They're very just primitive weights, but they'll work for you. And you start lifting weights, and he comes in and joins you for a few sets, and then gets tired, and then you just continue right on. You don't even stop, and you're able to lift these weights for as long as you'd like to. It's very easy.
Too easy.
Too easy.
I'll talk to the trees again.
Okay.
Huh.
All right, you guys are just waiting.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
guess I am, and but before, like, I don't know, we could probably take a long rest and stuff, and if we've used anything, but before it gets too dark, I'm gonna go outside, walk around the house a little bit, and then head back inside.
Okay. If you're to take a long rest, then you would have to dedicate your time to taking that long rest. You would have to like
Oh,
You know.
okay,
you would
Do
have
we
to
need- okay.
dedicate that time to a long rest.
Does anyone need to take a long rest? Is that, I
do.
don't. Okay.
I used a lot of spells to get it out of that one. or
Okay, then yeah.
Get out of there.
Okay, so you guys are gonna take a long rest then. All
Yeah,
right. You don't need to sleep. Long rests aren't necessarily like require sleep. They don't necessarily require sleep. You can just kind of chill and hang out. So you do that. You take time. Sketch sleeps for a little while. You guys work out. Swap stories with Rocco. Rocco is actually like he mentioned before. He was in the Navy. He is a member of the Opal Assembly's Naval Division, which I don't have a name for, but I should because I'm a bad DM. He's kind of sailed both coasts and hasn't been in active duty, but he's been on ships his whole life. And he swaps stories. He's never been anywhere but the material plane. You talk to him about the water, elemental plane of water, and he doesn't have anything to share. But if you'd like to pick his brain about sea life or anything that he's encountered or anything, you're more than welcome to do that during the short rest, or we can just move on.
Ow, fuck. I don't have any questions for him.
Okay. Anybody want to pick his brain, or y'all good?
I think we're pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Cool. All right, so you guys comes to you'd gather around maybe 9 o'clock, maybe a little after 9. Once it's all said and done, definitely nighttime. There is a full moon out, and you can very clearly see the stars in this area. The port city doesn't offer a lot of light pollution per se, so you can very, very clearly see the stars. And you all kind of realize, okay, a good amount of time has passed. All your health has come back. Your spells have recovered to you. You are all set.
Oh, that was a long
ready
rest?
to go. Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, as long as you guys weren't doing anything during that time, yeah, it's definitely a long rest.
All right. I say we keep Gargle in the middle, and we all set a trap
No, I'm just
of
gonna
this
s-
house.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like lay down in the middle or on just on the floor there, and you guys like hide around the room or whatever room we're in, and since it's not very big, we'll just try to hide the best we can.
Okay.
And
Pillow fort.
Yeah,
Mate.
you guys make a pillow for it, absolutely.
and I'm gonna just kind of make it very obvious that I just look like a kid laying in the middle of the floor. That's where I sleep.
Okay. Rocco, as you guys are kind of prepping for all this, he goes, man, listen, if it's all the same to you guys, I'm gonna go maybe grab a drink if that's okay. I don't really have much to contribute here, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. You're good.
All right. Well, I don't have much to steal, so whatever's in here is yours. I'm gonna be heading to port here tomorrow
Steal?
morning. So
Oh, don't worry. We would never steal.
he kind of looks at you, like not convinced, and goes, either way,
Well-
I'm gonna go down to the dealers, so y'all be safe, don't die.
All right. See you,
You
bud.
too, friend.
And then as he kind of walks out the door and turns around and goes, can I get my rope back?
Yes. Yeah. Who had it? I didn't have it.
What if we need the rope?
Yeah, we may need it.
We
Tie
we
up the
got
hag.
some rope.
Oh,
Well-
you're gonna tie her up in my house. That's the plan.
Yeah, I thought you knew that.
I didn't know you guys were gonna stay here. I thought you were just gonna use this. Never mind. Just set it next to the door when you're done.
Yeah, okay.
And he kind of nods his head and then opens the door, walks out, and shuts it behind him.
All right. We still have that rope.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, you've spent enough time with the rope as well, Wrecker. You gather that this is a spool of infinite rope, which means it just goes forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Wow.
Never, never.
Fancy.
That's
Yep.
infinite money if he's played out right.
Yeah, we could sell rope.
You guys
It's
could
the
become
whole
meager
adventure
rope
business.
salesmen. Forget the campaign. Just become rope salesmen.
Exactly.
I'll do
If you,
that.
if you never
That's
run
how
out,
record goes off.
it breaks the law of physics.
You guys are all level 20. You've beaten the big bad evil guy, and I'm like, all right. So how do your characters die? What do they do for the rest of their lives? Rick like, I just become a rope salesman. That's how I close it all out. So all right, you
I like it.
guys do that. You chill, take it easy. Do you all want to roll stealth checks or to remain hidden?
I'll become a cat and just like.
No, this
sit
again.
next-
Okay.
8 for stealth.
Okay.
15.
Alrighty. Wrecker. Gargle.
I'm not doing it. I'm laying out in the oh,
Oh,
Oh
11.
yeah, you're out. That's right. Yeah.
I'm the bait this time.
What did you say, Wrecker?
11.
11. Okay. All right. A few hours passed. It's probably about maybe 11:30. Gargle, go ahead and roll me a perception check. Because you're outside the house, right?
No, I'm inside. I thought because
Oh, I thought
yeah.
you were standing outside, like being obnoxious and like.
Oh, I was. Yeah, I guess I was at first. Yeah, if it's not quite nighttime yet, but I'm going once we get inside the house. Once it gets dark, I'll come inside and pretend to be asleep. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Then roll me a stealth check then if you're inside.
Oh, I was going to be obvious on the inside, like kind of lay there for easy to see.
Okay. Did you shut the door? Are you like trying to conceal the fact that you're there, or are you just laying with the door wide open
No, I shut the door.
on the floor? Okay. All right.
But
So then anybody that is like paying attention, that has their eyes open, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oh shit.
21.
7.
5.
14.
Okay. Who will the 21?
Me.
Okay. You hear not a whole lot that goes on in the evening. The time it's passed from when Rocco left till now, nothing has really happened. You get since you're a cat, how long can you stay as a cat?
I think it's 2 hours.
Okay. So by the time your cat spell is completed, you haven't seen anything happen. And you know that with your keen, cat senses and everything, you would definitely be able to hear if something's happening in this or in and around this house. Nothing seems to happen.
Can I take a peek outside? Like if there's
Sure.
a window? And I'll
Yeah.
see
yeah, there is
anything
definitely a window.
suspicious?
Okay. Roll perception.
Perception, baby. Oh, 6.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Nope.
Oh man.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty calm evening. It's a little bit chilly. You see the area in front of his home, as kind of ragtag and unkempt as it is very much illuminated by the full moon. So you can see pretty much everything. You just don't see anything that sticks out to you that's unusual in any way.
So, how long do we keep waiting?
Perhaps we should have tried to find the place where this hag resides instead of trying to get it to come to us.
Well,
this wasn't my idea.
but you're enjoying it though, right?
I mean, I'm just laying here.
I mean, she could be in anywhere, really.
Oh.
Like she could be in
One of
another
you-
plane, just like the water hag.
I mean, it was one of your guys' ideas to go in this random guy's house.
Dean's like Trump. It's like I don't take credit for any of this.
I
This
don't.
was not my idea.
I wanted to go back to the beach and keep baiting the water hag there. That was what I wanted to do. Because it worked the first time.
I mean, should we just walk around town?
Yeah, we could do that. If you guys want to try to be sneaky, I'll walk around and be the bait, and if anything jumps out at me, you save me.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. Is Sketch asleep? Last time he fell asleep.
No, he's up.
All right.
Sketch!
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right, we're going to walk around town.
Okay, so you guys exit his humble abode, do you leave the rope?
No, I take it.
Yeah, we definitely take it.
Okay. Anything
Good.
else? Are you guys grabbing anything as you leave, or are you
I mean, he really didn't have anything, did he?
not to what you could find? No.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I would check anymore.
Okay. Okay. So you guys make your way into the city proper.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
find gold on the counter as I leave.
Okay. Mark that off your sheet then.
so we want to have Gargle up front, and then the rest of us in the back, stealthily.
Okay. Gargle, are you presenting yourself as if you were a little boy, or are you Gargle?
Yeah, a little boy. I want to.
Little boy?
I still want to be the bait.
Okay. So you're out in
Crow's
front. I'll say
instincts
you guys make it to just outside of the clock tower where the marketplace is, and obviously at this hour everything is shut down. All the stores are closed. All the tents are closed up and sealed and everything. Everybody who isn't Gargle who wants to be sneaking, roll me a stealth check.
5.
Okay.
10.
17, 10. Okay. Poro.
24.
24. Okay. All right. So you guys make your way into the town with Gargle out in front, and you guys make it to about the center courtyard where we pick up, about the market area.
We're following you, Dean.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna walk around and look at any of the stores. Look at any of where people would maybe leave junk, because look under the store, see if anyone dropped any change and stuff, and just kind of sneaking around. But
Okay,
kind of obvious.
Right. Okay. So you're kind of trying to pretend that you're trying to play it off, right? Like
Yeah,
you're trying
yeah.
to you're not really interested. Okay. Roll a performance check.
Ooh, another performance check. I'm an actor.
She takes
10.
levels in Bard. 10. Okay. Yeah. You do a good job. You come up to like one of the shop windows and goes, "Well, golly gee goodness, I wonder what's in here." You're selling it as best you can. You haven't really been around a lot of human boys, so you don't exactly know. I mean, that's more Poro's expertise. You don't really know human boys as well as he does, but
True.
yeah, you're trying to sell it as best you can. So far, nothing has stuck out. As you peek through some of the glass in the windows, you can see that all the shops are closed. Obviously, there's some bookstores, some armor stores, a blacksmith's section. There's an exotic clothing store kind of that sells like fashionable clothing from areas of the world you've really never seen. But outside of that, not really anything sticking out to you.
Okay.
This is kind of a hub for cultural influence around the world, since it's a port
Yeah.
city, so there's a lot of global cultural influence here.
Yep. But so I'm just gonna keep walking around, kind of maybe act like I'm looking for change that maybe has been dropped.
Okay.
Pretending to be that poor beggar boy type kid that has
Sure.
no family.
I think it's time to get
Eventually, as you're kind of doing this, you see coming down the street in front of you 2 Opal Assembly guards. And they start making their way. They spot you and start making their way towards you. And one of them, the taller one, who looks like half elven. He has long brunette hair that reaches down to
I don't
his
have
back.
anything.
And he's holding his helmet under his shoulder. And the individual next to him, who's smaller, has their helmet on. You're not able to tell
Nothing,
what
mother.
race or who it is. But the half elf approaches you and goes, "Excuse me, son. Are you supposed to be out here?
Hmm?
Do you have any family? You're breaking curfew right now."
He's fine.
There's a curfew?
He kind of nods and gets down on one knee and goes, "Yes, there is a curfew. Are you not from here?"
No. Oh gosh, should I break character and tell him what we're planning and what we're doing? I don't even know. I pull
No,
out
don't
the.
do it.
Don't do it. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not from here, and I'm just looking for some change or something. I'm kind of don't have no monies, and I'm just no family or nothing.
He kind of like looks real kind of sad and kind of bummed out at what you said, and it's like, well, listen, there's been a creature that's been stalking the night here. We're not exactly sure what's going on, but we can't allow children to be out in the evening. Do you have somewhere that you can stay for the evening?
Yeah, there's a guy said I could stay at his house, and all of a
Okay.
sudden I realize how terrible that sounds.
He kind of looks at you and nods and goes, okay, that's good. Please do make your way to his home if you're able to. It's not safe for you to be out here alone. Not only has there been stories of a creature that's been roaming about, but there's a story of this tiefling who's been trying to grab up kids, and it's
Gotta
not
be
safe for
shitting
you
me.
here.
Oh
So,
my! Oh
just,
my!
Just
Well,
please go to that person's home and stay there for the evening. Okay?
okay, I will do that. Thank
Okay.
you, Mister.
You're very welcome, Seth.
Ask him where the attacks were.
He
oh.
he reaches. You are, if you're stealth, you are way behind him.
Yeah,
You are within whisper range.
that was
do not
was
hear
me
him.
metagaming.
Fail RP.
He goes and reaches. You notice he goes to reach and it goes to pat your head.
And I go, I don't like being touched.
He
And I-
kind of like quickly withdraws his hand like out of fear. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Please.
I had an angry uncle who liked to hit me.
He kind of shakes his head and like waves his hand back forward. No, it's okay. Just please move along. Move along.
It's too real.
Move along.
Move along. Move along.
Okay, I'm going home.
All right.
And,
and you
so I'll
turn
lea-
and move away.
Yeah, I'll head on my way, but I guess I'm not gonna go home. Is there a way we can I can walk down to the beach without those guys noticing?
Yeah, you can make your way like in one direction and then double back and turn,
Okay.
back towards the water if you want.
Okay,
Sure.
so we can at least go hang out by the beach, see if we can draw out the water one, and hopefully
Okay.
my crew is still following behind.
Yeah. As far as I know, you guys, as long as you're keeping up with them, yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay.
Sketch got lost.
Well, you were with the group. If you want to be lost, you can be. But
He somehow found his way back to Hearth,
He went in a circle.
and he's like Andy from Parks and Rec. This isn't right. This isn't right.
where it's like, where are all the faces? All right, yeah, you can start making your way back to the shoreline if you'd like to. No problem.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to where Poro got picked up earlier, and I'm just gonna sit down in the sand and make a sandcastle.
Okay. All right, you guys follow. You guys follow Gargle back towards the beach area, and you can break stealth. You're not being, no one's following you or anything.
I'm still gonna stealth.
Alrighty, you make it to the beach, no problem, Gargle.
All right. Well, I'm gonna sit here and make sandcastles, play in the sand for a while, look very innocent until as long as I can, I guess,
Okay.
and see if anything shows up.
Right. So you said that the disguise lasts, or no, I'm sorry. So how long does the disguise last?
It lasts for an hour, but you can just recast it.
Okay, so we'll just say you've been recasting it this whole time to keep up the illusion. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing seems to take place. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
10.
10? Yeah. Nothing out of place. You're building a sandcastle. It looks decent. You're trying your best without a plastic mold to put your sandcastle in. But yeah, everything looks good. You're pretty proud of your work.
Well, at least it's a nice night. The moon's out. Everything's easy to see. Man, where are these creatures, huh? Where are they?
What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm still just behind watching them.
Watching? Yeah, me too.
Cool.
Same.
Another 2 hours, 3 hours pass. Nothing. You gather it's probably around 3 in the morning. You're starting to get pretty tired.
Yeah,
Your
Sketch
butt's
is on
starting
the
to
verge of
hurt.
passing out.
Yeah, your knees are getting sore from crouching down. Wrecker, how has Wrecker been occupying his time? Just sitting.
Oh, just sitting.
Okay. He's he's not getting up and wandering off. He's not getting bored. That's surprising.
Just kind of rocking back and forth.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Yeah. It's about 3. You gather it's probably somewhere in the range of 3, 2 or 3 in the morning. Nothing is amiss.
Should we go to bed?
I guess we can quit. And, all right. Well, I'll get up and I guess I'll walk back to the house.
Okay. Do you guys all follow suit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you guys all make your way back to the house. Nothing seems to be wrong. You guys make sure to avoid the Opal Assembly patrols that are moving their way throughout the city. And you know that the patrols have kind of increased and they randomize their path to try to kind of catch something off guard. But you haven't heard any commotion or ruckus or anything in the city. You make your way back to Rocco's house completely unscathed.
All right. Well, I guess we'll.
Guess we can try again tomorrow.
Yeah, we can. We'll take off the disguise and actually go to sleep and.
Okay, so you all are passing out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Waste.
Yeah, you guys lay down, make yourselves as comfortable as you can. Who takes the bedroll?
Sketch.
Okay. Is anybody gonna fight him for it, or does he just have it?
This is mine.
I'll let him have it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to fight him again.
All right, you guys lay down for the evening. About 2 hours after you lay down, you hear the front door open, and
Mhm.
then in comes Rocco. He is thoroughly drunk at this point. Stumbles in. He trips over Dio, who's laying on the floor, and just kind of like curses under his breath, and goes and lays down in the bedroll. And then he kind of like leans over and snuggles up against Sketch. He goes, "Oh, Benny, it's been too long." And starts to fall asleep.
Sketch is like asleep too, but that becomes part of his dream, and he doesn't know. It's like a dream, and he just kind of snuggles up against him.
Okay. Cool. After a solid 8 hours, you guys wake up. It's probably around maybe 10 or 11 in the morning, the following morning. Sketch, you are the first to awake, and you see very similar to the scene from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's not a pillow that's in between your legs right now.
Oh.
You have a fully grown man that is sleeping next to you that you immediately recognize as Rocco.
Sketch screams really loud.
Okay. It startles Rocco awake, and as well as everyone else in the home, as you hear Sketch scream at the top of his lungs.
He jumps out of his out of the bedroll and heads on over to Poro.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on?
He was in my bedroll.
What the fuck? Is he a pervert?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Are we gonna have to kill him?
Oh my god.
Fucking
I don't know about
pervert.
that.
Nobody hurts my friend.
He lays
Wait.
down where Poro was sleeping.
Wait, is all their commotion waking us up too?
Oh yeah, absolutely
Okay.
it does.
What's going on?
Rocco's a pervert. And
What?
Sketch
fell
is
asleep.
asleep now.
Rocco comes out and goes, "Listen, I'm sorry. I had a little too much to drink last night. Sorry about that, little rat friend. I didn't mean to."
He's already asleep.
Okay, he's asleep. Well,
face down.
I'm sorry. Tell me about your evening. What did you kill the thing?
No, we did not. It was a complete waste of time.
He kind of shakes his head in disappointment. And goes, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it was going to work out for you guys.
Yeah, me too.
Any of you guys have some water? I need some water.
Sketch's the barrel thing on his back. That's pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. He won't mind. You don't think he won't mind?
No,
No,
go ahead and
no.
chug it.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
He leans down and
friend,
takes a
no.
thorough drink of it. Oh, he already drank. I'm gonna roll my Constitution saving throw. That's a 4.
Oh no.
he gets it down, and then that's and just up chucks everything all over Skatch's sleeping unconscious form. You can see in there's some bread and like pretzels and what looks like a hot dog maybe all comes up all over Skatch.
Sketch just kind of mutters in his sleep. Yum, yum, rolls over.
Rolls over in it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna lay down, and he turns around and goes back into his room and shuts. Well, no, he doesn't have a door, so yeah, he can't shut the door. He just goes back in, and
Does he have any cups in his house?
he does not.
You can go
All
get
right.
some ocean. Go get some ocean water for him. You know.
I can make water. I just need something to put in.
Hmm. I figure the best way to fight a hangover is don't stay drunk. So I'm helping him.
That's Skatch's. Yeah, that's how Skatch is going about life.
So, what's the plan now, leader?
I guess we do a little bit more digging, see if there's any. We'll wander around town, see if we can see any other abandoned houses. Maybe something more like this, or even worse. Maybe that's where it's hanging out. Otherwise, we could sail out to the water to that portal and see if we can bait the creature, bait the water hag out. You know.
Yeah,
Do you think Sheffer might know anything about this hag?
Oh, you. Let's go ask him.
I would like to just go ask a guard.
Okay.
Or no. Yeah, I'll go ask a guard.
Okay.
Okay, so you leave the house and track down a guard. That's fine. Easy enough to do in the residential district. Are you looking for an Opal Assembly guard or a Port Callus guard?
Port Callus.
Okay. So you find a Port Callus guard. This it's a woman, female, human woman, who looks pretty burly. She's pretty big arms, like everybody in Callus. They're just working folk. They have calluses on their hands and scars all over their body.
Hey,
And,
calluses in Callus. I get it.
It wasn't intentional at all, but that's good. So yeah, you approach her. She is she's leaned back on a chair. She has two legs of a chair that are kind of off the ground, and she's leaned against what looks like a house. Potentially could be her house. You're not sure. But she's kind of leaned against the house, and she's picking her teeth with looks like just a stick, not a carved toothpick or anything, just a stick that she found on the ground, and is just digging into her teeth.
So so this is still the residential area?
Yeah, that's the first guard. You see she is currently in her regalia, her armor, but her helmet is off, and her weapon is her pike. She has a pike that is rested against her against the side of her house, and she's just picking at her teeth. Looks like she might be on break.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
So I'm with a group of people who are investigating this creature that comes in at the night.
Oh, y'all are the hag folk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about you.
Yeah. Do you know anything about this creature?
She kind of takes a second and kind of spits and goes,
Not really. Not from anything else I've ever seen.
Well,
I mean, this isn't like anything else I've ever seen or heard of, I should say. And I've been around, trust me.
oh, I trust you. Do you know anybody who would know more?
Not really. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. We had no reports or any disturbances last night. I know I was on shift. I'm just now getting off.
So, do you know the last place that somebody was attacked?
Yeah, that would have been Mary's house.
Mary's house.
Yeah, her little kid, I think, was taken.
Could you show me where that is?
I mean, I just got off duty. I don't really know. You got something in it for me?
and she's kind of keeps picking at her front teeth.
Yeah, I got some money.
That'll do fine.
All right. How much you want?
She
You know what?
gets up
No,
and
I'll
then
give you 5 gold.
Extends her hand. She just waits.
5 gold.
Okay. She takes their hand and goes,
Follow me.
All right.
and she makes her way further into the residential district. to a home that looks pretty modest. It's got some plants hanging on the front of it, just like house plants, you know, that are hanging off the front decoration style. She goes, "Here it is. This is Mary. I don't think she's home. I haven't really seen much of her, but there you go."
All right, thank you.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna scope it out.
Okay.
Just the outside, looking for anything like a scuffle or anything like that. Like a
okay,
fight?
Roll. Sure, that'll be investigation.
10.
10. You take a look and you kind of kneel down and kind of start to sift some of the dirt away and you know, take a look at the exterior of the house. You don't really see any signs of a struggle of any kind. It looks pretty well kept, actually.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay. You knock, and about 15 seconds go by, and the door opens, and you are greeted with a very, very small human woman. She's probably 5 foot tall. I mean, she's like pushing dwarf territory. She has long blonde hair, really bright blue eyes, and a kind of like a dirty. It looks like she was cooking because she has an apron on with like some flour on her apron. And as the door opens, you can smell inside of her home the distinct smell of just like bread, like cooking. You know, she's cooking something. And as you open the door, she kind of looks at you and goes, "Yes, can I help you?"
Hello, ma'am. I'm part of the
Hello.
group that's looking for the creature that comes at night. The
When
hag.
you say that, her demeanor instantly changes. She gets like kind of somber in a way, and she says, "Yes, I've heard about you.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't really want to talk about it. Everything that I know, I told to the guards. Just you can talk to them." And she starts to like close the door.
Well, if you could just help me out real quick, that would be amazing.
She like stops closing it, and you hear like a.
Just
She opens the door back up and goes,
just
Yes.
quickly give me the details of what happened and where it happened.
This is all information that you can learn from the guards, but all I know is I was downstairs. I heard the sound of glass crashing and a scream like nothing I've ever heard, something demonic. I sprinted upstairs, threw open the door, and my daughter was missing. She wasn't in her room. I ran over to the window and it was broken. And I leaned out and looked down the street and I saw this thing, this creature shrouded in this black cloak, running away with my daughter with her hand over her mouth. And I screamed and shouted, and she kind of trails off and shakes her head and you know, says that's all I know. I'm sorry. Please, I'm right in the middle of something. Is that all?
Do you mind if I take a look around your house?
Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Dirty 20.
She kind of sighs for a second and scratches her head and turns around and like looks like she's kind of glancing at something and turns back and says, "Do you have any ID or anything? I don't even know who you are."
I have. Wait, no. Only Dean had that, right? The Opal Assembly symbol.
Yeah.
Gargle had it last. Yeah.
I really don't have anything, do I? Hold on. What?
I got a tattoo.
Yeah, all right.
Well, we're waiting.
Well,
Get out.
come on, Tammy.
Leave.
Tell your mom to hold.
God, people coming in. Oh, look, I made a
your mom?
tattoo. No, it was Hunter.
Oh.
So the rest of us weren't given anything, right?
What do you mean? Given
From the
what?
Opal Assembly to identify us?
Oh, in terms of identification, no. You were given the symbol of the city of Hearth itself, But Jexay gave that to Gargle directly. And last I knew, it was still on him. I don't know if it's changed hands, but
No, I still have it.
Could I minor illusion, like with my hands in my back or behind me? Minor illusion, that metal that Dean has from the Opal Assembly.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that. I'd say make a sleight of hand check if you're. Well, how does minor illusion work? Is it somatic? Is it verbal?
It's somatic and material.
Okay. Okay, so I guess you would have to roll a stealth check then if you're trying to hide it.
Either stealth or sleight of hand.
Whichever. I'll let you choose.
Okay. 17. Stealth.
She's gonna roll a perception. Nope. She rolled a natural 8, -2. Definitely not. So yeah, you graphed like that symbol, and it's just an illusion, right? It has no corporeal form at all. Okay.
I'm just gonna hold it up in front of her.
She kind of takes a closer look at it, and she reaches out to kind of like grab it to pull it closer.
I'm gonna pull it back and say, we're part of the Opal Assembly, and we're just here investigating the disappearance of children.
She's gonna roll an insight. That's a natural 1. She trusts you with her life. She kind of takes a second and composes herself. And says, "Yeah, oh, okay, come in." She steps aside and opens the door for you.
All right, I walk in.
And as you walk in, the smell of baking bread is stronger inside. The temperature in here is a little warmer, and as you turn and look, she has a hearth with some sort of like metal tin, and there's a lid over top of it, and you gather that's where the smell is originating from. She's baking some sort of bread or some sort of like that. And she says, follow me, and she leads you upstairs.
All right.
And the top floor there are 2 doors. One to the left you gather is her room, and then to the right she opens the right door. And inside it is pretty empty. There's a bed in the corner with a table and a candle with like a candle tray with a wick on it. And there is like a very crude stuffed animal. The room is only maybe 8 by 5. It's super tiny, and there's a exterior window that leads out to the lower level. But you can see that there are pieces of broken glass that are still in like the window frame itself. You gather she hasn't had time or money, one of the two, to have the glass repaired. And she kind of like waves her arm from left to right and says, "Well, here you have it."
All right. I want to spend a while in here. At least a couple.
Are you telling that to her?
No, I'm telling you that.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You might have to tell her that you're not just like looking around.
Oh, okay. Hey, you mind if I just investigate this area for a while?
I guess. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what you're gonna find that the Opal Assembly didn't already look through, but yeah, okay. If it means finding my daughter, I'll do anything.
All right, sounds good to me.
So she shuts the door behind you, and you spend how long?
At least an hour.
Okay. Yeah, you spend about an hour, about 40 minutes in. She knocks on the door, like on the door behind you.
Yes.
She opens the door, and in her hand she has a small, sort of, what would it be? I guess probably be wooden chalice. And then in her other hand she has a plate with some bread and some cheese on it.
Oh shit!
And she comes in and says, "I figured you might like a meal. I don't. It's not really a breakfast, but here you go."
Thank you so much. I take it from her.
She sits down and says, have you discovered anything so far?
Have I?
Roll investigation.
Oh shit! I dropped my dice, motherfucker. Oh, Okay. Give me a second. I need to get my dice. It fell.
Okay. No worries. Wow, long time getting your dice.
All right.
It fell down the hallway.
Yeah, I don't know where it went, and I'll just. Luckily, I have 2 sets of die.
Is Felix in there? You better watch out.
Yeah, he started playing around with it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, now it's gone. All right. Oh, that's a natural 20. Oh, shit, bud.
Natural 20. Wow. So you're just investigating the room, or what?
I want to investigate the room and look for anything that looks haggish, I guess. Out of
Okay,
place.
Hang on one sec. Sorry, the kids came in. Okay, yeah. So you take a second. You're just investigating the room, right? Just the room itself, kind of.
The room, the window outside of the.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, looking outside.
Sure. So you gather that the window was broken from the outside in, or I'm sorry, the inside out. Excuse me, the inside out.
Okay.
So whatever happened, it was in the room and it broke outwards. You said natural 20, right?
Yeah.
There are glass pieces on the inside, a few, but anything that's probably a good 10-story drop to the floor of the street itself. And outside of that, you don't really know anything else. There are no like claw marks or anything on the windowsill or anything like that. It just looks like it was broken. There are pieces of splintered wood. You gather that the window itself was like a T, and there were glasses in the 4 panels, and then wooden supports in the middle to kind of brace it. And obviously there are splinters of wood from that support structure, but it was blown out.
Is there a closet?
There's not a closet. No.
It's just a room with.
It's just a room. Yep, about 8 by 5 room. Pretty
Okay.
standard.
What about the door to the room? Is there scratches on there?
No, there doesn't appear to be any damage to the door at all. The only damage that you can see is in the window itself. Is to the window itself.
Would I be able? Probably not. But what about like magic? Can I detect magic when I don't have? I just want to. Yeah, that probably won't do anything. Well,
Mary kind of comes. Oh, go ahead.
yeah. All right, I'm done.
Mary kind of comes up alongside you and sits down on her daughter's bed and says, I don't really know what to do. You said you were a part of the investigation group, right? You're trying to find where this creature came from?
Yeah, that's what my group and I are trying to figure out.
I see. How many of there are you? How many do you have on the case?
We got 5 people, highly trained people that are on this case.
She
Highly
kind of
trained.
she kind of nods her head in understanding and goes, "Oh wow, what is it that you're looking for exactly?"
We're looking for this creature called a hag. That, well, you know how the city's been under attack by, from what your guard has understood, from one creature, but it's actually 3.
3?
Yeah, we've actually killed one of them already. We know where the second one is.
Oh,
But-
you were the one that killed the one. I've heard
Yeah.
about that. Yes.
Yeah, that's us.
Wow. You seem very, very powerful.
I am definitely the leader of the group.
Reminds me
She-
of Guardians
she-
of the Galaxy, the way that you and Dean bicker.
She nods her head in understanding and goes, clearly, yes,
Mm.
wow. Well, is there anything I can do to help you?
I mean, if you have any other information, that would be really helpful.
Yes. Well, I heard the rumors that the hags have left. I know that there wasn't an attack yesterday evening, and into the night. I think from the rumors that I've heard is that they're gone. I've heard that they have packed up and left after, I guess, you killed one of them. They're not bothering the city anymore. They're just trying to get out.
Well, they after we did kill that first one, we lured out the second one, and it did kidnap me. But of course, I made it out alive,
Yes.
unscathed.
Oh, of course. Yes, you're very powerful.
So
I gather.
I still believe that. Oh yeah. Thank you. I still believe that they're going to attack the city. We just have to find them, or find
Wow,
this last one.
that's bold to assume that they're going to attack the city. That's wow. Oh my gosh, well-
stealing people. What they do.
Yes, and she kind of looks down and just sort of trails off, thinking.
Yeah, we did, or I did see a lot of or it was children, right, Pat? In the water elemental plane, like that I saw.
There was a myriad of bodies, all different types of people.
Okay. Yeah, so there was in the second hag, I'll just call it water hag. I saw a lot of dead bodies, and maybe one of them. Oh, that's a bad thought process. I should not be going there. Changing the subject.
She kind of stands up and goes, I suppose I wish you the best of luck. And she taps your kind of taps your shoulder. You're not under disguise or anything, right?
Nope.
Okay. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
What?
Shit.
Oh,
Well, fuck me.
Amazing.
Why is it always you?
That's awesome.
Told you we should have tied him up.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty
Oh
20. You feel for just an instant like part of your body is being pulled somewhere. When she makes contact with you, you feel like there's her hand, the woman's hand, but the thing that wraps around your shoulder is cold, and the fingers are longer, and there's like a pointed part to them. And when she touches you, you feel like you're about to be yanked like into the sky. But in that moment, you hold steady and you resist. And she kind of looks at you for a second, and then her eyes grow wide in shock.
Nani?
Can I immediately
Not that
cast lightning
mantle,
bolt?
yeah.
Sure. Go ahead and roll initiative.
You should shoot flares into the sky.
Well, lightning bolt, I think, has a sound too.
Where are we?
Where are you?
I was on my way to the tavern to go talk to the barkeep.
Sheffer. Yeah,
Sheffer.
I was following him.
I think me and Wrecker are still at the house. I'm covered in vomit.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Sketch is cuddling with Rocco.
No, he's not.
What did you get on your initiative?
I got a natural 20,
my
so
gosh.
22.
Okay, so you can go ahead and do. Yeah, you start first.
Hell yeah!
Make it loud. Make it
Is there
loud.
no extra bonuses for getting a natural 20 on initiative?
No,
No.
there's not. It's just natural 20 plus your initiative bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a Dex 16 saving throw for her.
Okay. She is gonna make that. Dexterity 16, not with a natural 2. She's not.
Hell yeah. Okay. Oh shit, that's 8d6. All right.
Whew.
Let me get my die.
Damn.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. She makes it. She has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Fuck.
So she does succeed. Natural 17 plus. What was it again? Sorry. Was it a Constitution? Did you say what saving throw was it? Oh,
Dexterity.
Dexterity. So that'd be a 19. 17 plus 2.
Okay. So she takes half damage.
Okay.
Is it loud?
It does not say in the description.
I think
D&D.
for the sake of, it would probably make some noise. I don't know about noise that you would be able to hear in the
Yeah.
residential district, like several houses down, but
Maybe
we'll roll a
Retro would hear it.
percentile die.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll roll a percentile die and see. YOLO.
Can
Uh,
Wrecker hear it?
High,
Oh.
high or low? High or low, Poro?
High.
I am
That is
part
a
wolf.
100.
Sweet. It also ignites flammable objects in the area.
Okay, you're targeting her, right?
Yeah,
So-
I'm targeting her though.
Okay, that's fine.
But it goes
Go
in
ahead.
a straight line from where I shoot it.
Okay.
For 100
so what's the
feet.
damage on it?
I'm still doing that, sorry.
Okay.
10, 14, 19, 20, 24. 24 damage.
24 damage.
That-
She is not resistant. Okay, yeah. So 24 damage halved would be 12.
Yeah.
All right, so she takes 12 damage, and you hear as some sort of crazy loud sound breaks the relative quietness of this early morning. Everyone who is in the residential district obviously hears this, what sounds like basically lightning in broad daylight. You hear the distinct sound of lightning and thunder, or you would hear thunder. Excuse me. You hear the distinct sound of thunder, but when you look up, it is a clear blue sky around you for everyone who is in the residential district. She takes 12 points of damage. Let me write that down. Okay. She takes 12 points of damage, and then it's her turn. She is still grappled onto you. She's kind of like grabbed onto your shoulder, so she is going to attempt to dig her claws into you. Oh, by the way, so wait, let me actually see. Okay, gotcha. So she still appears human, and she's going to try to dig her nails into you. That's a 17 to hit.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So, I need D8.
Felix, come on.
So you take 12 points of slashing damage as she digs her nails into your shoulder, and you can feel like it penetrate the armor and start to pierce, and you can feel the warmth of the blood start to pool.
How much damage?
12 points of damage.
12. Okay.
And she is going to you notice now that you're close to her, she has this like necklace around her neck, and you notice that at one point it kind of had a bit of like a glow to it. You thought maybe it was just like the sunshine reflecting it, but now it's like dull. It's like a gray, almost steel, whereas before it kind of had a bit of a like an orangish yellowish glow to it. And so whatever that was has kind of faded out. And she's going to attempt to turn around and jump out the window. You get an attack of opportunity against her, and she's going to make an athletics check to try to jump out the window.
Okay. Can I use my attack of armored opportunity to try and grab her?
I don't think you can. Let's look at attack of opportunity
All right.
in 5e. I think because it's just a swing. I think you can only do
Oh, okay.
like a swing. Let's look
Yeah.
though. Bonus actions, reactions.
Aim for the head.
I was gonna say, what if she's in the town, pretending to be a human? Isn't that weird? The sketch is asleep, so he couldn't say that.
You use your reaction to make one melee attack against the provoking creature.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I would say that doesn't really allow you to grapple, but you can swing at her.
Sucks. I don't have Warcaster. Yeah. Can I use that hand axe?
Sure, I could say as a free action you draw it and just swing, with
Yeah.
one motion.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. And for this special axe, you told me I could use either strength or dex, right?
Which one? Which axe was it?
It was the axe that I got, I think, from that cave with the Umber Hulk. We got it off that dead body or something.
Do you have the card? Did I send you a card
It's probably in
with the
Discord.
information on it? Okay.
I don't have the card.
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head, but if you want to use Dex, you can. Sure. I'll let you do it if you want to. I mean,
Oh.
it sounds like something I would do. So
Okay.
just try to save your item cards. Maybe put them all in a folder if you guys want.
I don't think you ever gave me one.
Okay, it's fine. You can use Dex.
Yeah, I
That's
think
fine.
you gave it
I
to
don't mind.
Tyler, and then he gave me the axe, and then
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. That's okay. Go ahead. Roll with Dex.
All right. Let's. Would I be proficient with this?
Probably not.
All right. 15 to hit.
15 to hit. That does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay.
You go to swing and it misses her as she leaps away from you. She turns and jumps out the window, lands on her feet, and you can hear her start to run down the street. When she lands, you hear, oh my god! You know, people like freaking out when she lands, and you hear the telltale footsteps of her sprinting away.
Can I yell, like to say like, stop her? She's the hag.
Sure, you use a part of your movement to get up to the window.
Yeah.
And as you turn down, you look and you see she's running to the left up the street. And you, as a free action, you can shout, "Hey, she's the hag! Stop her! Stop her!" But everyone is just like confused that a woman just jumped out the window.
Is it my turn? Or
It is.
like,
Yeah, you used part of your movement to get up and the free action to shout, so you still have part of your movement and an action bonus action.
Okay. I would like to use. Oh shit. Can I thunderstep and try to grapple her? No. Can I thunderstep and try to get in front of her? I mean.
You could try. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I want to cast thunderstep. Make it land in front of her.
Okay. All right.
Or
So
like
yeah,
10
you cast
feet.
Thunderstep.
10 feet in front of her. It has a range
you
of
hear
90 feet.
another. Oh yeah, that's plenty.
Okay.
You hear another sound like another thunder strike. The rest of the party, what are you guys doing after you hear 2 thunder strikes?
Oh, wait. Can I hear it even if I'm heading towards the dealer's choice? So I'm probably.
Yeah, I'd say you're on your way. If you reference the map here, where's my map? Did I leave the thing? Oops, I'm sorry. I have so many tabs open. I think I might have left on accident.
Hunter,
Let
can
me-
you turn
let me
that
get back
down,
in.
please?
But yeah, on your way, you would be able to hear this pretty easily, Gargle.
God damn.
And
your way.
and Dio's with me, so I could be
Yeah.
like, I go, Dio, did you hear that?
Yes, sounded rather strange considering the weather.
Ah.
And then a few moments later, you hear a second one.
Okay. That was something.
Hmm.
Mm.
Well, shall we
We can go investigate. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We could go investigate. But obviously, we don't think it's anything serious, so we're taking our time.
What does Wrecker do?
I heard Big Boo.
Is he gonna wake up Sketch?
Oh
Yeah.
man, that is exactly like the RuneScape meme. Oh man, I gotta find it.
What?
Hold on. hold on. Don't progress any further. Gotta find it. Oh my god. Shit.
You and your RuneScape memes.
They're so good though.
They used to be good.
Oh, they're getting better. Close to what they were.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, this is the closest one that I could find. I think I was remembering something from like a couple days ago. It's the picture on the right. Oh. Firewood go. Oh. Fucking love that, man.
All right, Wrecker, and Sketch, you guys are up. And when you go to wake Sketch up, right as you come to consciousness, Sketch, you hear a second one go off.
Oh, okay. Sketch kind of puts his hand on his head and takes a couple swigs, stands up and stretches.
What was that, Wrecker?
I think I heard a big boom. You would think we should check it out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Your gun's here, right?
Yeah.
He picks it up, puts
Okay.
it on his shoulder.
Cool. You
So
guys
it
can start
wasn't
making
your
way.
gun that did your gun go boom?
No.
Are you sure?
He looks into the the entrance of the gun. He's like, nope.
Just he looks like
Into the
straight
barrel.
down the barrel of the
Yeah.
gun.
Can I try to make it go boom actually?
No. Let's go.
But
Now.
maybe it was the gun. Maybe we should test it out. See. That sounds
Sketch
the
runs
same.
outside and stretches into the sunlight. Ignores,
right. I'll follow you.
ignores Riker.
Okay. All right, so we'll jump back. You guys will start making your way. We'll jump back to Poro. You've used your action to thunderstep in front of her.
Yeah.
You're about 10 feet in front of her. You still have a little bit of your movement and a bonus action.
All right.
And by the way, just for reference, on the map, if you guys want to reference the map, so like for instance, say like this was the house that you were in. She's running this way to the left,
Okay.
Oh, they're running
She's
right
running
towards us.
up the street. Yep, running right towards you guys. His what's his name? Rocco's house was down here.
Oh, that's where Sketch and Wrecker
That's where
are.
Sketch and Wrecker are. And
Okay.
then I would say Gargle and Dio, you guys are probably about like right here-ish, making your way to the dealer's choice. You guys probably hit this little intersection we're about to turn up to go up here.
Okay.
So, all right. So you still have a little bit of movement in your bonus.
I will. Oh shit. That's. Damn it. I don't really have anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is
that's.
are you just calling it there?
I'll start running more in front of her. Like maybe
Like towards her?
no, away from her.
Away from her. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can get an extra like 15 feet away from her.
I'll get maybe 5.
Oh, so like 15 feet away from her. So how many total feet are you from her?
15 total.
15 total. Okay, gotcha.
Just don't want
Alright.
to be too close.
Sure. Yeah. No worries. She is going to while she's running at you, when she gets close to you, she's gonna point a finger and in a voice that sounds nothing like the woman that you spoke to, she says, "Stay down," and she points a finger at you. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, I'm good at those.
Don't
All
jinx
that
yourself.
practice. Slowly poisoning yourself.
That's a 21.
Okay, 1 second. Alrighty. What was it? Sorry.
21.
21. Okay. So. All right. So she points her finger at you, and you feel like something in your chest start to like burn. You're not exactly sure what's going on, but the second you feel that feeling, you kind of like flex your resolve a little bit, and whatever it is fades away. And then looking surprised, she's gonna try to just run past you, and use all of her movement just to try to get past you. So she'll move 15 feet to you, and then another 15 feet after you, which means you get an opportunity attack against her.
All right. Yeah, I'll try and slice her again.
Okay.
That's a 16 to hit.
16 does not hit. You go to swing and
Shit.
whiffs
What?
right past her.
Shit. Excuse me? 16 doesn't hit?
16 does not hit.
It's bad news for
Hags are
Ben.
pretty strong.
Yeah, you gather that this hag is feels like a little bit more intense than the other ones that you fought. She feels a little more serious. She has, even just like that, the ability that she had when she was touching you, you felt like you were about to go. You were about to be teleported. I mean, it was only just by sheer luck that you didn't.
Okay.
So she's going to continue to go. You guys make your way up a little bit further. You guys, I'm assuming, are just using your dash actions to get there. The two other groups, right? Sketch and you guys?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are just using your turns to get there as quickly as possible. Then it'll go to Poro. Well, Poro first and then you guys.
All right. I want to shoot. Wait, do I have? Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to shoot Eldritch Blast at her.
Okay. Go ahead.
With one bolt going towards her, and then the other one going up in the sky.
Okay. Gotcha.
As like a flare.
Sure. I see what you're doing. Go ahead and roll an attack.
All right. 16 plus 8. That's 22 to hit.
Okay, definitely hits. Yeah.
All right. And where's my D10? Yep. And then, 1 force damage. Wow. Okay.
1 force damage. All right. You fire off the Eldritch Blast. You can see it kind of graces off her right shoulder, and she kind of like stumbles forward a little bit and turns around and hisses at you angrily. But yeah, it didn't seem to have too much of an effect on her.
And then the other one is going up in the sky.
Sweet. So you fire it at her, and then you immediately turn and look up into the sky and fire it off.
Yeah.
Both separate groups. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Ooh.
22.
Oh,
19.
Tyler, I hope you got a good one.
I didn't.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, the
7.
natural one.
7.
Okay. So yeah, Dio and Gargle, you guys are able to spot the flare, and you immediately recognize the spell as something that Poro has used before, and you think to yourself, that's where he is. So you can kind of more accurately figure out where things are. Wrecker, you heard the sound, but then you kind of just got distracted by the day-to-day life. There was a kitty that walked across your path, and you kind of turned. It seems like you might have missed the opportunity. Sketch is kind of busy trying to like pull your attention back to what your task was at hand, trying to make your way towards it. So
Must have been the wind.
must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind.
All right, so she is going to turn. She's 15 feet away from you, unless you use your movement to get closer to her.
Yeah, I use my bonus action to use sorcery points to give myself a spell slot.
Okay.
And then I want to just follow her.
Okay, so are you keeping up with her, or
Yeah,
are you staying behind her?
I want to keep up with her, like 10 feet
10
behind
feet
her.
behind
yeah.
her? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. She runs, and she's gonna turn a corner, and then you can catch up to her by turning the corner.
Mhm.
And the second you turn a corner, you are hit instantly with a spell. How many hit points do you have? How many hit points does Poro have?
Well, do I have a chance to use shield?
Well,
Reaction?
so
Pre-fired.
what I understand this is it's not an attack.
He's gonna die.
Well,
Let
I
me-
have
let me
20.
Read it. Let me read it.
Okay.
Starting with
She pre-fired. You did.
I just got pre-fired, no scoped, bro.
from what I'm seeing, it doesn't say anything about an attack. Casting time 1 action. Roll 5d8. The total is the number of hit points of the creatures the spell can affect. Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit
Oh,
points.
so that's sleep?
Starting with the creature. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then shield does nothing.
Okay. So what did you roll?
What did I roll? What do you mean? I have 28 hit points.
You have 28.
Yeah.
Okay. She kind of like reaches towards her chest and kind of grabs like that little symbol thing that she had around her chest, and she reaches out a hand, and when you turn the corner, you feel that very familiar like drowsiness start to take over you, and you almost stumble across your steps, but then you shake it off and wake up. The spell has no. She is looking
shit.
frustrated. She rolled a 24.
Ooh.
So it was high. 5d8 with 24 is pretty good. So she turns the corner and just continues to run. She's gonna use all of 30 feet of her movement to run away from you still.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow her.
Okay. You guys make your way. I'll say in 2 more rounds you could probably make it. She's gonna use her dash actions to stay away from you. So are you gonna use dash to catch up to her, or are you staying 15 feet behind?
Yeah, I'll use dash too.
Okay, so you're keeping pace with her.
Yeah.
Is she
2
heading
rounds go-
towards us though?
She is in the general direction of where you are. So she is, making her way like up this way.
Uh-huh.
And you guys were here last time coming this way. This is where the flare was shot off. Right here.
Okay.
So you guys end up here in about 2 rounds. And unless something changes, this is where the last portion of where you recognized her being at was here.
Okay.
So you guys make your way to that intersection, and you find nothing. You don't see anything. You see some confused people wondering what the hell's going on, but other than that, you don't see anything.
What's going on, Dio?
I'm not sure. Well, it does sound like Poro's gotten himself into something this time.
Yeah.
How does he know that?
We saw the fireball.
And Pat said that I recognized the spell that Poro.
That's the
Yeah,
same
you both does. Yeah, you
That's-
both did. Yeah.
That's the same fireball he's thrown at. He blew off Dio's leg with. I recognize that anywhere.
So
What
would
was-
Dio.
I just
Dio
get
for life.
quiet, eyes gloss over.
PTSD.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's continue, friend.
Okay.
We might be in trouble.
Alrighty, so you guys continue. At this point, she is going to turn the corner to another street, and you lose sight of her for a brief moment. And as you turn the corner, you don't see her immediately. As you kind of catch up with her, you turn. It's a long street. Looks like it leads to the exterior of the town on the west side. And it's a large street. You can see like horses and carts being pulled towards you. And there are people on either side, kind of milling about, and seems like a busy kind of business street. But as you turn the corner, you don't see anyone running away from you.
Is it a dirt ground?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Everything in this town is dirt,
Okay.
or a combination of broken cobblestone and dirt. Yeah.
I guess I'll try and see on the ground for fresh tracks. I don't know.
Okay, roll me a survival check.
That's a 3
Okay.
plus 1.
This whole area gets thousands of feet of foot traffic every day. There are horse prints, there are people prints, there are cattle prints, there are wheel tracks. It would be impossible to tell where somebody has been. If somebody you to be able to track footsteps through here, it would be nearly impossible.
Was that an action?
I'd say no. You would still have your action if you wanted
All
it.
right, sweet.
I'm a generous god.
Oh, thank you. I'd like to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay, you do so.
And then, so we're on a street right now?
You are on a very long street that basically leads there. I didn't build it in Incarnate, but there's a gate on this side of it. So you're like on a street over here that's leading to like the west gate.
Westgate.
Yeah.
All right. I'll run towards, I'll just run towards the gate, I guess.
Okay. You do so. After a while, Sketch and Wrecker, you guys catch up to about the same intersection that Gargle and Dio were at, except Gargle and Dio have moved on. So you guys are about right here, and
okay.
Gargle and Dio are making their way up to try to investigate further.
Do we see them?
You don't. No, they have continued down the street, but you don't see them. You're just in the middle of a street surrounded by houses, some confused-looking people, but other than that, that's about it.
I don't say anything, Wrecker.
What? Maybe we just keep going.
Yeah, and then just keep going.
Do you want to go to a big building?
Big building.
Yeah, like that clock tower.
Yeah, let's do it.
Maybe
Alright,
we
so
can
you
climb
guys-
to the top of it and look out.
Yeah.
All
Cool.
right.
All right, you guys do that. Back to Dio and Gargle. Are you guys doing anything?
We're just
Are you
kind
just
of
trying to-
trying to catch
Hurrying
up.
along the path, yeah.
Yeah, do we
Okay.
hear them?
Yeah, I'd say roll a survival check.
Ooh.
Both of you can if you'd like to.
17.
Okay.
Oh, 6.
Okay. So with Gargle's keen sort of nature-based, being a dwarf and having somewhat of a connection to nature, you are able to kind of read the room a little bit and see that some people are still like whispering and talking about like some people running through this area. And you gather like a very basic idea of the street that they went on, and you turn and you're like, "Come on, Dio!" And you grab and keep running.
They went this way, I can tell.
Okay.
All right, back to the Night Hag's turn. She takes her turn, and then I guess Poro. What are you doing?
I will shoot up into the sky with
Okay.
Eldritch Blast, so I get 2 bolts.
Okay. Alrighty. Boom, boom. 2 bolts fly. Both groups make me perception checks.
All right.
All 4 of you can.
Get your asses over
14.
here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, ooh.
Dude, perception.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Well, what?
I got a 7.
I got 3.
Dear God.
What
Shake
did you
the
have-
bad luck off my
The other
die.
guys get
I got 14.
14. Okay. Sketch, what'd you get?
I got a 18.
18. Nice. So as you guys are making your way towards the clock tower, you see and hear what equates to basically a flare go off in the sky. As you turn and look up, down the street, a good ways, probably about a half mile from you, is 2 streaking bolts of arcane energy that are flying through the air. You immediately recognize those as something that Poro casts, a spell that Poro casts, and you gather that that's probably the area that he's coming from, or that he's running to.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Do you guys alter course and start making your way? Gargle
down,
and Dio,
Jesus.
you guys are still wandering, not really sure what's going on.
Well, my survival instincts, I think I know what direction they're going.
Sure, yeah, you gather the basic direction of where they're going.
Okay,
absolutely.
backseat DM.
Well, he said that. That was literally the turn before. He had me roll a survival check.
Yeah, you don't know exactly where they are. You didn't notice the missile, but you have the idea of the path that they took at least.
Yeah.
Nice
so-
fail RP, Dean.
What?
All right, so you guys spend the next couple of rounds trying to catch up. She's going to take her turn again. And Poro, what are you doing?
I am keeping my eye out for her.
Okay, roll perception.
I'll be looking for a kid.
I bet she's invisible.
Who, Poro or her?
Poro. Poro's looking for a kid.
Shut up.
Oh, he's so mad.
14.
14. You just see, for lack of a better word, a sea of people. There are just probably 30 people on this street from here until the entrance on the other side of the city, the west side. I mean, there is a bunch of people, shopkeepers, carts, all kinds of various people just milling about, making their way, doing their thing. So yeah, you're not exactly sure where she could have gone, but there's just a lot of people in front of you.
Fuck me. I'll
Is
just.
that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, after 30 or so seconds, you guys all catch up to each other in that central courtyard. Poro was just kind of examining the crowd, and all of you meet up around the same time.
Oh, what's going
What
on?
is it?
I found the hag. I know who it is.
Who is it?
It's. What was her name again?
Mary.
Mary. It was Mary. The hag disguised herself as the child's mother.
The last child that was taken?
Yeah, the last child that was taken.
Oh.
The hag disguised herself.
Wait. Was she disguised as her, or was she actually her?
It was a disguise, right?
As far as you understand the concept of disguises, when she put her hand on you, it didn't feel like a human hand. It felt like something far more sinister than a human hand.
But it looked like a human hand, right?
It had the appearance of a human hand, but when it made contact with you, it was
Alright.
much longer. The fingers were much longer. The nails were much longer.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was cold.
Yeah, it was definitely a disguise.
So where is she now?
I don't know. I lost her when she was running this way.
What's she look like?
I tell them what she looks like.
I described her to you.
I forget.
It's
Explain
almost
to me
like
in
I
great
knew this
detail,
would
man.
happen.
Let's hear it, Issy.
She looks like let me go back and rewatch the recording and I can tell you guys.
Do you have anything I could
This
smell?
is why you gotta keep track of stuff like that.
Well, I'm
I
not gonna
give you
write
details.
I'm not gonna write down details of every single
LRP.
character.
Mate,
They
can you
all are-
describe
well-
to me in great detail?
You're
No,
not gonna
I
describe
cannot.
every character, but it came back to bite you here, didn't it?
Do you have anything I could smell?
What? Why-
Smell.
Like a hound.
You don't. That's not appropriate right now, Wrecker.
No, I'll turn into a werewolf and track her down.
You know that you turn into a werewolf?
Yeah, we went over this. I figured it out in the arena.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I could take you to her house, and then you can sniff around there as much as you want.
Well, is she around here?
I don't know where she is. I lost her.
Well, yeah, I'll sniff around.
All right.
Should we all split up or no?
Oh,
how,
no.
Go to her house.
No. We should all go to her house.
Fine.
This is why Poro's the leader.
That's right,
Hey.
Sketch.
He's got the good ideas, mate.
Thank you.
Does
Does
he?
Poros smell? He's got puke on him.
You mean
Like
Sketch?
dried puke.
Yeah.
Sketch.
Well,
Or yes.
when Sketch was puked on, he was on Poro.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No
So-
wonder she ran. She
I
smelled
dried
you.
puke on my fur.
Oh, yuck. Even more gross. Okay, yeah, we start heading to the house.
Okay. Yeah, you guys head back to the house.
I give one last
The-
peek.
Okay, roll perception.
17.
17. Yeah, I mean, given the amount of time that's passed and just the total amount of people that are on this section of the street, you gather with your reasonable intelligence that she's not going to be able to be found really realistically. She's been gone for too long.
Shit.
And she looks like a normal person, you know. If she looked like a hag, it would be easier, but she can blend in with a crowd, so it would be harder for you to catch up with her. So you guys make your way back to her house?
Yep.
Okay. You approach the door, and it is locked.
Can I knock on the door?
Sure.
kick it down.
You wait a few moments.
Well, if you
nothing.
want to kick it down, Gargle.
All right,
Come on, mister.
I go to kick it down.
Okay. All right. You roll an attack against the door.
Okay.
Well, you got your sword, right?
Yep, I do. Oh, I have Shatter Spike too. I guess if I could use that. 17.
17. Yeah. Okay. What is 1 plus your strength modifier?
1 plus my strength, so 5.
5. Okay. You splinter the door. It almost comes off its hinges, and you break half of the door open. You've splintered a huge section of wood. Another kick would probably kick it out.
All right.
People are giving you some weird looks on the street.
Official business. Go back to your lives.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. And they
Jedi business.
I'm gonna hold up the
Jedi.
Opal Assembly badge too. The one.
yeah, you just flash it in people's faces, and they're just like, "I'm sorry, okay, okay." Go ahead and roll another attack.
14.
14, yeah, hits. And you break the door completely off its hinges, and it scatters across the wood floor a few inches before it comes to a rest.
Those are some strong glutes, my guy.
Thick, mate. Thick.
I've got a high strength modifier.
Struth, mate. You must have got a big cock.
The biggest.
All right,
For a dwarf, at least.
we're getting off track again.
You see the bottom floor of the house is completely dark, and that smell of bread is still kind of about. You can still kind of
Now-
smell the.
Is it
Ugh, I'm
bread,
starving.
or is there some sort of sinister undertone of that smell? Could it be body parts? Huh?
I haven't
Are
had
you
nothing
asking
but
me, or
Maggie
you-
bread for 3 stinking days.
He runs in.
Oh.
Oh, Ben didn't get it, huh?
Ben didn't get it. Wow.
He didn't get it.
Jeez,
It was for you.
that's low.
What?
It's too
Say it
bad.
again.
No, it's too bad. You missed it.
Oh,
You'll have to watch the recording.
you're making him cry. Oh. All right, I'm gonna search around and go back up to the room.
Okay.
Look
Are you
around there.
going for the bread sketch?
Yeah.
So it's resting against the hearth. You see the embers are pretty faded now, but there's this black, almost like a bread loaf. It's in the shape of a bread loaf, but it's cast iron metal, and there's a
Oh.
lid on it with a little handle on top, and the lid is sealed on there.
I'm gonna try to open it.
Okay. You very gingerly kind of open it. It's still pretty hot, so you take a few seconds to open it and kind of
Yeah.
test it. There is a pretty nice looking piece of golden brown bread that sits inside the container.
Oh my god.
Boro! Boro!
I come back down. What?
Look,
Are you holding it up like it's some sort of holy grail?
No, he's looking into it.
Oh, okay. I'll walk over. What's going on? But oh my
Bread.
god. Bread.
He picks it up. Sketch picks it up.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of have to gingerly wedge it out of the cast iron thing, but you get about half of it out in your hand. Or actually, no,
takes
you
a-
take the whole thing out. Yeah, you take the whole thing out. Yeah, that's
He
fine.
takes
Yeah,
a
and
big
it's fine.
bite.
Okay. You take a big bite,
My
and
mouth starts watering.
you
Hold
take a
on,
big
Mr.
bite.
Saber.
Your teeth get about halfway through, and you hear.
Was there something hard in it?
There was.
He spits it out. One of his teeth chipped.
Oh,
Um,
what was it?
Ah,
Remaining.
fuck!
You look inside the bread, and you can see very clearly is a single index finger that has been placed in the center of the bread.
Oh, fuck.
He kind of pulls it up and tosses it on the floor and chews more into the bread.
Okay. So you yank it out, throw it on the floor, and just keep eating the bread as if nothing happened.
That's
It's good. It's good bread, mate.
Want some? He holds that up.
No,
It is really good bread. It's got butter on it and some olive oil. It's really tasty.
You know what? If it didn't have the human pieces.
Nah, it's just a finger.
I would definitely be digging in there.
Ah, it's just a finger, mate.
Just a finger, not anything else?
Nope.
Okay, I guess I'll take a bite. I'll take
Alright,
it.
while you guys are munching down, go ahead. You guys munch down. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm gonna look around and see if there's anything like in the areas they're not looking. I'm gonna look in all the other areas and just look for any I don't know, clues to where she might go.
Okay.
Very
What about?
specific, Dean.
I mean, you guys all scattered, so I'm just like, I'll look too. You know.
I look for clue.
What about Gale and HWC?
Well, I want to find something to smell.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're smelling bread, buddy.
I'm
Well,
gonna
like-
pass.
I know.
Of the hags.
I know. Okay. And what are you doing?
I'm
Deal.
gonna cast detect magic just generally in around the house to see if I can pick anything up.
Okay. So Gargle and Wrecker both roll me an investigation check.
Yeah.
You do not sense anything magical in the house.
11.
11. Okay. And Wrecker?
13.
13. Okay. You inside of the one of the cabinets in the kitchen, there is an apron. It looks like it has some like powder from like bread making, and it looks like it's recent. The flour and the powder on the apron looks very recent. Looks like within the past few hours or so. Gargle, you go upstairs and you turn right and you see the door is open and there is a room with a broken window. And then behind you, at the top of the stairs, you could either turn right to go into that room or left. That room is locked.
Okay. I kicked down that door too.
Okay. Roll an attack against the door.
Just want to keep kicking down doors. A natural 20.
Natural 20. I mean, this door was even weaker than the entry door. You kick it open, and inside there is a bedroom. The bedroom is laid out pretty conservatively. It's not anything fancy. There's a bookshelf against one wall. There is a bed in the corner, as well as a small desk with a wooden chair. But you don't notice any of that at first glance, because in the middle of the floor, in the center of all of this furniture, is a woman. But she's not a woman in the traditional sense.
She thick.
What is different about her is her head, her arms, her torso, and her legs are all completely separated from one another, and they are splayed out in a T-pose on the floor.
Ew.
So her head is missing and it's separate. Her stomach and chest is missing. Her arms are missing. They're all segmented away from her torso.
She's asserting
And her
her
torso is
dominance.
in the center.
Guys,
And you gather that this was probably Mary.
guys, I think I found her.
The hag?
Go over.
I go up.
Okay, you go up and you see before you a splayed out body of a woman.
Oh, shit.
Is this the lady you were chasing?
Was it?
It is.
Yeah.
A perfect replica, down to the clothing.
Yeah, it was, but I don't think this is the hag.
Yeah. I guess
Don't read.
because you know, it's dead and
Yeah.
but so
Man, to think she could have killed me so easily.
someone want to go and tell the Opal Assembly or the city guard?
Yeah, we probably should.
The people need to know.
You want me to sniff out?
Yeah. Yeah, you start. Don't sniff the body, but
Well, I got this apron.
I'll
I
sniff it.
sniffed it. I sniffed it.
Okay.
Roll a survival check.
Oh my God, Wrecker is the best, man. I love him.
If I change into a werewolf, do I have advantage on this?
Sure. Yeah, I'd say sure. For
Yep,
sniff.
actually, I do. Actually, order-like and heightened senses gain advantage on perception checks
even if you
based on
didn't,
hearing or smell.
Even if you didn't, I'd give it to you. So yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna crack my knuckles and like
And roll a
outstretch
natural
my
one.
arms and like
Can I
and
roll
I
for
like
Ben?
and I like start growing hair and change into a werewolf.
Okay, you do so. Is this the first time Sketch has seen you as a werewolf? I don't think so.
Nat 20.
Natural 20.
Hell, finally.
That was on my
dude.
second roll too.
Jesus.
Did you luck? Or no, you advantage. That's right.
No, I advantage.
So what are you trying to figure out by sniffing this apron?
Where she is, like her scent trail.
Okay.
Like in The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Follow the scent
Okay.
trail.
Yeah, so you followed the scent trail out the window and down the street.
Sketch.
Oh, what All right, let's follow him.
Go, 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 go.
We're gonna run after him.
Yep.
And we're gonna,
Okay.
as we're running out, I'm gonna yell at like if there's anybody on the street, is like, call the town guard and send them to the house. Send them to that house as we're running by.
Where? People are like freaking out at a werewolf sprinting down the street.
We're gonna get framed for this murder.
It's all right. It'll be worth it once we save this city.
Yeah,
We're
save it.
superheroes to them.
So you continue to follow the trail, and anime style, you skid, across the street that Poro was on, and you kind of continue to run. The trail continues, kind of weaving in and out of some of the buildings and the stalls and carts and stuff like that are in the area, before it eventually reaches the exterior gate and goes out into the woods on the west side of the town.
In there.
Lead the way, bud.
Keep going.
Okay. You continue through the forest. Go ahead and make another survival check to keep track of what's going on here.
Can we help him?
Balance.
Tell me how you would help him.
I wouldn't at all.
So just roll. Then.
Yeah.
Roll survival.
That was a little more. It's not as great. 13.
13. Okay, you guys make your way deep into the forest. You get about a mile, and you see Wreckers in werewolf form is leaping on top of rocks and like bouncing off of trees and leaping off of things. And you finally get to water. And then the second you hit the embankment of the water, you kind of look past and stick your nose in the air, and you don't sense her anymore.
What's wrong, Wrecker?
I lost her.
You lost her? But
Must have crossed river.
now you just sound like Yoda.
Sounds like Cookie Monster.
Oh man. I mean, we could try looking for a lone cabin in the woods.
I could ask the wildlife if they know.
Yeah, sure. Try that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always so helpful.
Sure it'll work.
Yeah.
All right, I'll call out because we're in the wilderness. We're in the woods right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just call out in the distance. Are there any friends that can help us?
A few moments pass, and a small sparrow lands on the tree behind you where you're standing, and kind of like cocks its head to one side and back to the other, kind of expectantly.
Friend, can you help us find a monster? A So do I know, like, I don't know what a night, like, I don't know the exact kind of hag that this one is, correct?
You wouldn't know. Probably not.
Okay, so I'll just describe it in basic terms. A hag, a old woman, long nails, rotten looking. Could you help me find that?
It kind of looks at you confused. It doesn't really know. Doesn't seem like it knows.
All right, well, it was worth a try.
Just ask him.
Flies away.
Good try. I say we try looking for a hut in here.
Yeah, can I cross the river and start sniffing around more on the other side of the river?
Sure. Yeah, the DC will be higher, but you can roll another survival check.
Um, 23.
23.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
You see, as you're kind of surging around on the shore and stuff like that, you are looking at first for hag footprints, but then you realize she's not a hag, she's a woman. And so you start looking more acutely for smaller female, footprints, like maybe from a shoe or from a person. And you do catch a couple making their way up the stream, like not on the other side crossing, but like following the river upstream.
Everyone,
What the?
I found the trail.
Lead on, boy.
I also found throat cancer.
This way.
Lead
Rucker's
the way.
been smoking too much.
Right, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Sketch, you wanna ride me?
Yeah. It climbs up on top.
All right.
Take your gun out and shoot it at the first animal.
At the what?
First animal you see.
Oh.
Wrecker's hunger. All right. And with your sort of direction to follow ahead, trying to track down this hag, that is where we will end tonight's session.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh shit, boy.
I like being
It's
tracker
late for
wrecker.
y'all.
Tracker
It's only
Wrecker
7
rolls great.
Yeah, regular wrecker does not roll as great.
Nor does Smart Wrecker.
Wait, does anyone got to wake up early tomorrow?
Spencer.
No.
Spencer doesn't work till
Spencer.
the afternoon.
Yep.
Oh,
I
thought
start
about
work.
that.
I start work at 2. For tomorrow. And then the rest of the week is 8 to 5.
So, well, all right.
Well, thank you guys for playing. It was fun. Above the table there, Dio, you were describing a hag. She
Yeah, I
did change
realized
form.
that afterwards because
Yep.
I figured she'd, I don't know, maybe drop the disguise. Oh well. Tracker Wrecker seems to be doing better than the spare word anyway.
Tracker
so-
Wrecker is
all
actually
good.
useful.
Well, okay. I'm pretty useful outside of my tracking abilities.
Yeah.
Man, who would have thought the woman was the hag the whole time?
That was good. That was a good twist.
Yeah, good twist, good twist. I should have.
I'm looking forward to this fight. It's gonna be good. And then we'll kill her right in time for the pirate dude to come back.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I thought he was gonna be a couple days.
Yeah, he's gonna be several days. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been one
'Cause
day.
He has to make his way north up the coast, drop the supplies off, resupply, and then come back down to the port.
Gotcha.
So it'll be a couple days to travel by boat from where he is to the Elven worlds in the north. By ship, favorable winds. You're looking at 6 days, probably, to get there. Another day to tear down and then to come back. So maybe a little less than 2 weeks.
Damn. Well, maybe not. All right.
Yeah, favorable winds, I'd say maybe 11 to 13 days, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, haven't you ever sailed before? Come on.
No.
Yeah.
Someday we will.
The
I feel bad
last.
for you guys that don't get to roll for combat. You know, we take a whole session. And you
For
guys don't even
real.
fight anything.
That's like 3 sessions in a row, no combat.
Yeah.
Do you
that's
make
nice.
the hag Erky?
Wouldn't that be wild?
Oh god.
I got bigger plans for Urki, don't you worry.
He left and joined a coven of hags.
Erky's MeWe.
Urki's with MeWe and that
Erky
extra
is MeWe.
Oh, that's a good twist.
He was the human incarnation of MeWe.
I wonder what Urki is.
He's
You
a
guys have
gnome.
never taken time to examine or talk about it or anything. So
Tried.
I wonder. I think he
Teleported away.
no, I meant about him. Like you
Oh.
guys haven't taken time to like investigate him or the spells that he or like anything really. I don't want to give
think-
anything away.
Yeah.
But.
Well, Dio tried to get Gargle to find, like, look for his friend, but
We tried. We did.
you don't care enough to.
Oh no! I gotta focus on us.
Yeah, Gargle doesn't give a shit about Urki.
I mean, I tried to help him. Not my fault.